Welcome to the Unfiltered Doll, baby, where we do a little bit of cussing around here. So your parental advisory has been advised. Also, baby, listen, we may have some bad opinions and whatever it is that you're going through. If you feel triggered, baby, just remember we're not talking about you. We're talking about the people on the screen. Hello, and happy Saturday. Welcome in. It is Unfiltered Doll. How is everybody doing today? Let me know if you can hear me before I start rambling. I hope you all are feeling amazing, looking good, and smelling good today. I will wait to see if somebody says, hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me now? Perfect. Thank you, Butterfly23 and Dimples Wimples 504 for confirming that you can hear me. Shout out to Shay B. I see you were here first. Hello, Shay B. Butterfly23, Sassy Sue, Only Me 23, AKPOV, Dimples Wimples 504. Hello, Cat. Sunflower Babe TT. Beauty is her name. Kimmy K. Hey, ladies, how's everybody doing this Saturday? Hey, Real Baby, how are you? Welcome on in. Baby, we're going to get right into it. Does anybody have anything to say before we get started? Let me know. We got a lot to cover here. We are behind. Road Hill Entertainment. Hello. Welcome on in. I'm going to keep going on mute. If my audio goes in and out, honey, people, the people are home, okay? And this house is dysfunctional. Extra AF, hey, baby, welcome on in. How are you? Hello. Yesterday, we went live like 2 times. We went on a field twice. We went live twice yesterday. Well, actually, I dropped 3. We did a Real Housewives of Atlanta reaction to season 16, episode 2. We went live when we were getting ready, and we also went live down at the Burlington Coat Factory on a field trip, which I did put that on private because that was a lot. There was a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot going on in that video, and I said, no, ma'am. Okay. So welcome on in, everybody. We are going to get started. Please hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate that. The field trip was fun, but there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. I was just like, let me put this on private. Okay. There was just too much going on. I'm looking for your perfume collaborations. Today, Dimples Wimples, I have on oil. The 2 oils that I have, I am going to put the link. I think it's better to just put the link to the actual perfumes that I have combined so that you can read the fragrance notes. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me start up the call and I'll get those 2 links for you. All right. Now mine, I have on the oils. What I also do, anytime I wear an oil, I will go to the store to see exactly what it smells like, to see if the oil is a good dupe or not, or to see, do I need to have the perfume to go along with my oil? More than often, my oil is stronger than the perfume, so I don't buy the perfume anymore. Okay, so let me get into the phone call, babies, and I'll get that link for you, Dimples Wimples, and I'll put in the chat what I have on. Hey, let's talk about it. Welcome on in, baby. Let me go over here to Nesto's house really quick. Okay. Let me add the call here to the stage. Oh, you know what? Nope, let's do it.
The 3 calls in this video are from the day Sonia had her interview with Tasha K. You will hear Sonia tell Nesto how it all went. Take a listen.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get into the text messages first because this was pre-planned on how she was going to go to this interview and carry herself accordingly. All right, so let me pull up those first, and let me see if you can see. Let me make sure I had it enlarge in that and bump this up so you guys can actually see the text. So I'm laughing already. I'm sorry. So on 11/29/2023, Nesto tells Sonia, let me see if y'all can see that. It looks like you still can't see it. So let me do something here. Give me a second. Fit to page. No, let me widen. Now I'm going to have to, because I want to make sure you guys can see this. Okay. Can you all see the text on the screen? Let me know. Butterfly 927, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can see this. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, you guys. Bear with me. Please hold. Let me put a little music on, if y'all don't mind. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Ooh, shy. Okay, I am back. Bear with me 1 second here. Dimples Wimples, to answer your question, I don't want to forget about you. This is what I'm wearing today. I smell like a nigga. Today I'm smelling like a masculine man. It's very unisex. You know, I'm not really into the sweet. I've just been getting into the sweet smells and fragrances, baby, but today is given very much a alpha female, okay? As unisex, okay? Very crisp, okay? And fresh. Yeah, it's given man today. Now, let me get into the text message. All right, so he says right here. Oh, my God. Let me scroll up. Okay, so this is on November 29th or November 27th, I believe. It says, I'm hoping everything goes well for you tomorrow and everything will present itself to your advantage like an 8-ball on the pool table. I wish I was a fly on the wall to see the face reaction when that interviewer laid eyes on you. Okay, so let's see what Tisha K laid eyes on. All right. So when that interviewer laid eyes on you, all right, let me make sure that we have that right there. Does everybody see what the interviewer laid her eyes on? Interviewer being Tisha K. Tisha K. All right. So let me see what y'all see right here. Yeah. Oh, let me widescreen that. Give me a second. Bear with me, please. Let me widescreen that. All right. Please stay out of my business on what you see on the side, what I've been watching. Yes, I'm greedy, and I watch a lot of cooking shorts and recipes of things I can't have. All right. Now, this is what the interviewer laid eyes on. I'm going to leave this up and continue to read the messages so you know exactly what he's saying. I wish I was a fly on the wall to see the face reaction when that interviewer laid eyes on you. Your razzle and dazzle with those sparkling eyes from the heavens above. Smooth them off with the glare with those desirable lips. That conversation piece that God blessed you with. You're like Anita Byam. Bion, however the hell, Biam, I don't know shit. Behind the pulpit. Oh, Anita. Okay. I got you. Sorry, y'all. Say, hey, sorry. Hey, pardon me. Behind the pulpit. But last of all, kill them with the interest. With that $1 billion walk. Make sure when you enter your entrance, baby, make sure you kill them with that $1 billion walk. I'm just saying, you got the whole total package to get what you need. You're like the old school Cardi B. Let's see what the old school Cardi B is giving. Hold on, baby. Cardi B before the teeth. Before the teeth were fixed. You're like the old school Cardi B. Let's see what that's giving. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's get that up on the screen really quick. Let me get into that. What's the old school Cardi B? Let me go to the site. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. We want to make sure. I want to make sure you all have a visual. That's what I'm here for, to give you a visual. Honey, what's going on here? Please, oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. The old school Cardi B. Let me share this instead. Let me see. What is it giving, honey? Do we see it? Wasn't Juanita Bynum mentioned in that? She was. See right here, you all? This is the I think he did mean Juanita. That's why I always get confused when I see Anita. I forget who he's even talking about. This is the old school Cardi B that he is referring to. This is what Sonya reminds him of, okay? So there we have that. I just want you all to stick with the visual, all right? And let's get back to where we were before that, okay? I'm going to share this instead. Yeah, all right. Let's get back to the messages. Y'all getting off track now. We got to stay we got to stay focused. Okay, kill them with that entrance, with that $1 billion walk. I'm just saying, you got the total package to get what you need. You like the old school Cardi B. You're hot and smoking right now. So get you some rest and relax those tonsils and your gut. That's where your power comes from. And make sure you have some one-tail pictures of you during your interview, and you'll be just fine with that wavy hair pulled back in a bun with that neutral lip. Stick to the kind that shines, that makes your lips look wet. Come on, fashion. Come on, beauty and fashion consultant. What did she wear? Is that a neutral lip? Did Sonya have on a neutral lip? Did she pull her wavy hair back into a bun? Did she do any of the things? Woo! I tell you what, this is some funny shit here. Okay, let's scroll on up, baby. Okay, let's see here. All right, so that was before the interview. There were some text messages where she's actually admitting that she lied about their relationship, but we're going to stay focused on the phone call. All right, so let's get into the phone call now. I wanted to definitely get you all prepared for the interview before we get into the actual phone call. Okay, so let's go back there.
Still dealing with Messy.
Hold on, let me take off the speaker. What'd you say?
You still dealing with Messy?
Messy? No, I left Messy. I left Messy.
First thing they can talk.
She got messy.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I know she did.
She got messy. Come on. Sounds like a criminal organization. I said, for real, girl. Oh, you gonna take it there? You gonna put that twist on it? Well, you know, I was like, I understand I gotta be messy because the laws. That's what y'all do. I said, but don't put it on no criminals. Don't say that. You can put a messy twist of sex or some shit like that. I said, but don't fuck with his freedom. And then said you and him in the criminal because he's sexing women down for money. That's what she tried to say. I was like, first of all his charges are night and day. I said, one is this, one is that, one is this, one is that. I said, they're all night and day. They don't even align. Okay? Period. They don't align. I said, they don't even make sense. I was like, I said, I'm only going to talk about the warrants because it's public knowledge and it's the warrant. And what's on the warrant is what's on the warrant. So him and I have not talked because he can't talk about his defense because where he's at. He cannot say anything about his defense. I said, but I can speak on what I read and what I feel. I said, I don't know. I can only say from reading something what something looks like. I said, that's the best I can do. I said, she's talking about the teacher. And I said, first of all, $5,000 in 10 months ain't a come up. That ain't a scam. That's a waste of time. If you made $5,000 in one day, that's a scam. That's a scam. I said, but if you with somebody over a period of 10 to 11 months, and the only thing you can say is I said, and that's only her side. That's not saying what he did for her, what he gave her, what money she received from him. Girls will sit there and say, a dude could give a girl $100,000 and she can give him $5 and say, I want my money back. Like that $100,000 don't count that I gave you, really, for real? Yeah, no, I want my money back. It didn't work.
Actually, Miss Ma'am, Miss Mamas, Miss Ma'am, Miss Mamas, it was $11,871.12 to be exact. Okay. And Miss Ma'am, I don't care if it was $50, $5, or $15. If I gave you something for a service, please give me what I paid for, Miss Mamas. Okay. And if you still need the proof of what exactly happened, instead of listening to just him, maybe you should get both sides of the stories. We all know what you're going to come up with after anyways, but baby, get into the paperwork. That's what you do. Get into the paperwork. $11,871.12 to be exact, in her Ultima that I believe you're about to talk shit on. Okay? How about that?
Work out. I said, so she could be petty about her five all day long. I said, but you don't know, like I don't know, what he did to her. That's not said. His side of the story didn't come out yet. It's only what she's talking about. I said, and when he met her, it was on the warrant, everything, I'm only going to talk off the warrant. I said, this is her story. She was sitting at a Starbucks in her $1,500 Ultima, teacher/sell jewelry. That ain't even, right there's a walk away. If you a scam artist and somebody said that and that's what you're driving in, that's a walk away. That's a straight, I'm about to get up and walk away. I'm not about to waste.
The same way when you tried to kiss him after he took you down in that RV, he turned his cheek, and that came from your mouth. The same way he didn't even have enough time to get any money from you because he was busy getting money from this same woman who is also one of his side chicks, because I want to make it loud and clear. Melody did pop that tussy as well for him. However, she didn't come out here on the YouTube to defend herself or to stand up like he was some type of stand-up, high-valued man. But yeah, she was wrong as well. Don't get me wrong here. Now that Melody, hey, yes, she's a victim, but baby, hey, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Now, Miss Ma'am, what do you drive that you are sitting here pointing your finger at her $1,500 Ultima, the same Ultima that he stole and gave to another bitch? Huh? Excuse my language, because I'm talking hood right now. Not calling that girl a bitch, but that I'm talking hood. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, Miss Ma'am? When he stole her $1,500 Ultima and gave it to another bitch is what I would like to know. All right, now let me speak like a lady. What does that $1,500 have anything to do when he took that lady's car and gave it to another woman who he was also sleeping with? And then she gave it to her grandmother, and the grandmother got arrested because the car was reported stolen. Oh, okay. Come on now. It's about the principle at this point in time, sister girl.
My time at all. I'm good. You ain't that frugal. You got a son. You got to have reliable transportation, and you riding around in a car that's a clunker, girl. And when you can easily lease a Toyota, you can lease a Toyota Corolla for $200 a month.
Exactly.
So why aren't you leasing the car that you want? Because we've been car searching with you as we invade your privacy for weeks. Where's your RV? Where's your restaurant? Where's your club? Where's all of the things and all of the plans that you have made throughout all of the invasion of privacy via text messages and phone calls and video visits that we have listened to? Where's all of your things? Where are your prides and possessions? Baby, you didn't even have enough chicken to put in that pot of liquid paste that you were creating for Katie's senior project, let alone to be talking about somebody's car and somebody's career. What do you do for a living, ma'am? You said you're retired. Retired from what and who and where? Are you kidding me, ma'am? Come on now, let's not do that. We're not going to do that, sister girl. Not where you're running around here with a flammable synthetic ponytail. Where's your human hair ponytail, baby? I have synthetic fibers as well. But see, I don't think I'm better than anybody. No, I do not. You're running around here with a flammable ponytail, baby. If you get too close to a heat lamp, that shit is going to singe and start melting away. Where was the chicken for the chicken Alfredo when you have more than one person in your house to feed and you cut up that one chicken breast, a half of a chicken breast, to put in that pot that was swimming in that project you were creating for that daughter of yours? Because she don't be with her mama. I guess it's your damn daughter. For her senior project, honey, huh? One chicken breast in that big ass pot and you serving about 4 or more people? Girl, please don't be talking about people. You don't have no room to talk.
So you still rolling around, either your credit bad or you that cheap. One of the two. But if you try to say that's a scam, I think it's gotta make sense. I said a scam gotta make sense. I said that don't make no sense. I said and the girl with the $90,000 for the dealership. I said, how you gonna charge him for what they gave the dealership in Kentucky?
Wow.
No, just a bill. Just a check. I was like, how you gonna charge him?
How are you going to speak on the behalf of these women who he robbed and stole from just based off of what he's telling you, based off of your experience with him? Please let me know. First of all, you lived out of state. He didn't have enough chance nor opportunity to do you dirty like he's done these other women. And then, we already played the phone call in another live I did when he said to you on the phone, however, your attention span is lackluster, right? He said, I was just going to get you for about 10K. But he figured with your mouthpiece, he can utilize you in other areas. He sat there and said it on a recorded line, Miss Mamas. Why do you think he was on the deathbed with you like to say, when I was sick, when I got out of the hospital? Because, when I was sick, I got sick 2 months after when I was sick. Okay. And when you were sick, what did he do? Spread you out. Because he wanted you to be under his little spell of manipulation, baby. But see, you're a little slow. That's your problem. You slow and you talk too much.
Okay, and it happened in Kentucky. Yep. Even an hour and a half. I said, I was like, because you called right in the beginning. You first person she talked to. I had just sat down when you called. She was like, you think you'll talk to me? And I was like, yeah, he'll talk. You never know how he'll talk. He'll say his piece. I said he can't talk about his case, his defense. I said, but he could talk about, other things, And she was like, God damn, what did I get? She was $63, and I got short rib, ravioli, a salad, and you know what? Prices are so high. Oh my gosh. I'm moving to Africa.
Well, you're a baller, right? You just sat here and talked about this lady's career. How she was selling jewelry in her $1,500 Ultima, and you complaining about the price of short ribs and biscuits? Girl, which one is it? If you got it, you got it. You ain't going to sit there and say nothing about, if you go out to eat, you're going to enjoy yourself, baby, and not worry about what that final tab is. Huh? Look at you. Girl, you can't make these things up.
Damn.
She said he was on the phone talking about moving to Dubai. I said, girl, the phone conversation he had with her when she's talking about Steve's house, that's the phone call, the only phone call they had about Steve's house. I said, and the prosecutor twisted it and flipped it and said he gonna run to Dubai to Steve's house. When all he talked about was what everybody heard. Didn't say nothing about, Steve's got a room for you. Like if she sat there on the phone and said, Margie don't want us in the house and we're over here on some sneak shit. How you gonna flip it and say he gonna jump behind and run to a house that we not even welcome back? Y'all sound clown. That sound like a clown statement. I was like, I said, you gotta understand. And she said, this is something. And she kept talking. I said, girl, that's like this. What she said. It's like me telling you your husband's dead and you don't fall out crying. And I tell you, oh, you must have did it because you're not crying. And what you gonna say to me? Everybody reacts different. I said, you got 8 billion people with 8 billion different reactions. No two people have the same thought process at all. I said, so you can't say one thing for nothing. Everybody's different. Some people will cry. Some people will be like, okay, well, what happened? And some people might cry a week later, 2 weeks later. Some people may never cry. People are who they are. Some people are over city cry when you tell people that you don't even know. And I be sitting there like, oh, you don't even know them. I know, but it's just so sad. Look at her like, girl, for real, you don't even know them. Like, get out of here. Like, no.
It went from 30 minutes to an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half, right?
They weren't expecting that, was it?
No, not at all. But some of the stuff she was saying that she read, I was like, but I haven't been all over the blog. That shit is exhausting. When you look at two of them, you get exhausted on the lies and how they just over the top. So I was like, she said, so you got a YouTube channel and you got the videos. I said, I sure do. I sure do. Okay, why should they get paid? Why should they get paid? I said, and they're only putting out some of the videos. I said, we put out all the videos.
Wow.
Well, you got your wish, baby doll. You got your wish, honey bun. They are now putting out all of the videos. And the reason why the videos are placed out of order is for this very reason. So we can look back and see how crazy you look. I'm not going to give you too much more of my energy because, see, I already allowed you. To kind of get me in my, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what? When I already know that you are batshit crazy. I already allowed you to get me into my, I don't want to say in my feelings because I swear when I hit the end stream, I don't give a damn. But, I need a little bit, like, girl, let's start over, okay? If you are bothered by Sonya right now, if she's getting on your nerves, because I know you all have listened to the call, and shout out to Phone Calls from Prison and her hubby. Hey, Shay, thank you for allowing us to react to your original content. Remember, if you did not hear this call yet, you may want to stop over at Shay's house first because we are reacting to it. So I am going to bust through and interrupt the audio. Okay, let's start over because I got a few swigs of my 32 grams of protein drink. Okay, and this may, maybe she won't catch me off guard again. Okay, so let's continue.
Wait, money. I was like, sure do. One girl got it. Does Nato know you're recording this conversation? Bitch, the police been recording the conversation since you got there. When you talking, you sound stupid. You sound dumb.
Oh,
they're all recorded conversations. Come on, that's illegal. That's illegal. How is it illegal when I'm paying for the call? When I'm paying for my phone bill, I'm paying for the call that he makes. So basically, I own the call. And he knows that I've been recording the call since November. Because when that shit came out, when that prosecutor said that, I said, let me start recording the calls. I said, he knows that. So, and also here, it says that the calls are recorded. What's illegal is with the dumbass is to record somebody unknowingly. That's what is illegal.
Nah, she can't handle you. I told
That was some, oh yeah. He was trying not to get you too off the phone too fast.
Yeah.
Listen. I know you're going to make some money off this interview. You got him on there? You got him on there talking?
She recorded that too?
Yeah. Yeah. Your interview.
And everybody's making money off of Nesto. Everybody's making money off of your name. Everybody's making money, but why aren't you? Where is your channel? And why? Let me tell you something, baby. The way you feel about what everybody had, hey, you said you can keep up with the best of them, right? Like I said, you got two options. If I was in Sonya's shoes, y'all know I stutter. If I was in Sean, well, I can't fit your shoe, baby. I got big feet. I cannot fit them little Barbie sandals. But if I did, okay, if I had to walk in Sonya's shoes and my ass was getting ate up every single day since the calls dropped, I'm going to do either one. I'm going to just vanish and just let them have it. Y'all go on and carry on, right? Or two, I'm going to battle with y'all. Every time y'all post, I'm going to post something. Every time you got something to say about me, I'm going to have something to say about y'all. So why aren't you up here on the YouTube streets making your money like Shirley and Edith's husband suggested in the text messages? Because you can't keep up, ma'am. That's why. You can't keep up. You're only at your best when it's behind closed doors, when it's behind somebody's back. But what do you do when it's time to battle face to face, baby? You didn't want to get on the battleground, and that's your business, but you still want to run your mouth. That's the problem. You still want to run your mouth. Hey, sugars. Oh, look, you guys are over here blessing me. Now, y'all know I don't play no games about that. Hold on, baby dolls. This no moral having 304, just don't get it. So sad. Mwah, 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 hugs and kisses. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. Thank you so much, baby, for blessing the channel, baby. A shimmy and a shake. You don't even really got to pull closer, baby, because I know you smell me. Girl, I know. Hey, now listen, it is a little masculine. Baby, I don't go, you know what I mean? Now, I love to tell y'all pretty and stuff, but baby, don't be flirting with me. Flirt with me. I know I smell good. Thank you so much, baby doll. Let me make sure I get myself up here on the screen, sugar. Thank you, baby doll. And shout out to Shay B. Sonya can walk in on Nesto diving in a tussy cat, and she would swear all he was doing was saving her life. Y'all don't know his character. He saves lives. Thank you. Shay B, that sounds like I wrote this comment because you know I love to play with y'all and act like I be on Nesto's side. And I like to, I like to participate in their delusions sometimes. So I love this comment. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, baby. Thank you for blessing and pouring into the channel, baby. A shimmy and a shake. Girl, you already know. Pull in closer. Right. You don't even have to sniff at all. It's already there. It's already there. It's called hug wind. It's already there, and is. But please don't flirt with me, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, you all. And hey, honey, I'm going to tell the people thank you. Shout out to everybody that has walked in. I do apologize if I haven't said your name. Know that I see you. Know that I see the chat is being messy. Hello to everybody. If you're new in the chat, welcome on in, sugars, okay? I do apologize. I'm doing too many things at once. I got too many screens to toggle because, she likes to lie. So I got to have the screens up in case I need to click into one of them, okay? So welcome on in. Let's continue.
Hold on.
I was sitting across from her. Yeah, you go speaker.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to get me started, I already.
She kept trying to insert. He kept trying to insert Steve, and I said, look, Steve didn't introduce.
Now, peep game. Brother Nesto didn't even know when he was on the phone with Tisha K, attempting to talk tough with his soft ass voice, that he was on speakerphone. So he didn't even know he was part of the interview. He didn't know he was part of the interview until this phone call right here. And I wonder if he's feeling some type of way, because they took that transcript from Brother Ernesto, Billy Bob Thornton, Petty Wooten, and it's now part of the paperwork. And yes, it is, baby. Thank you so much, Honeybee, for your super sticker, sugar. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, baby. A shimmy and a shake. Pull in closer. Don't flirt with me, because, girl, I smell good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I got to see what kind of sticker I got. Don't be mad, honey, because I didn't, hey, there's a lot of interruptions. We interrupt around here, our content. All right, I got to come see my sticker. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh my God, I didn't turn on my money. Hold on, y'all. Lord have mercy. I'm on here rambling and didn't turn, honey, I didn't even clock in. Give me a second, y'all. Baby, I'm around here talking about these folks and I wasn't being paid, except for from my people support. Thank y'all so much, honey. I didn't turn the money on. No, I did not. Let me let this call play. Honey, I didn't even clock in. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. Where's my sticker? I'm trying. Oh, well, how is it going, honeybee? That's a cute sticker. All right, let me let this play and make sure I'm logged in for work here.
She didn't got nothing to do with this. Is her personal life. This ain't her business. Yeah, but do you see why Steve told her to separate herself for her job, or whatever? I said, I don't know what Steve told her. Wasn't in the room. I said, but if she chose her job over her marriage, then that's what she did. I said, you heard it. They didn't have no problems. So this shit came out in 10 years. I said, and if that's what she chose us to tell her. I said, I don't know her. You ever talk? I said, no. Why would I talk to her? I'm his friend, not hers.
Yeah.
I said, I've seen this guy 5 times before he went to jail. 5 times. That's it. So what was the chances of me? What was the chances of me running? Meeting the wife? I said, because of how we met. I said, it was. He said, yeah. How did y'all meet? I said he was outside walking into some property that I was interested in. I thought maybe he was the manager or the owner. So I was like, let me is Chip on here already? So it's already on there. So we're not gonna do no additional Chip. We got additional. I knew what it was. They always automatically added friend. Thanks, love. Thank you so much. Whatever I can say on English. Okay, so I was like, I said, no, why would I talk to her? We're just friends. I said, we talk every day. That's it. And I said, after 2 months, I got sick. She said, why are you so, invested in trying to help him? I said, because when I met him, I got sick 2 months later. I said, everybody that I was talking to fell off. I said, I was on the dating site, and I was talking to like 4 guys. I said, as soon as I was in the hospital, them dudes just stopped calling, stopped texting, just, okay, delete, I said, I'm going to call me every day to make sure I was okay. What are the doctors saying? Are you okay? Do you need me to come down there? Are you all right? How long before you get out? I said, it wasn't about money. I said, I've never exchanged money, ever. We don't talk about money. I said, the only thing we ever talk about is RVs. I said, we talk about RVs and what was the one other thing we talking about? RVs and something else. I was like, because I overheard him on the phone talking about an RV. And I just like, oh my God, you like RVs? And we just we just connected. Because it's very, he said RV. I said, yeah, it's very rare for black folks, RVs. Not really common. I said, and that was like my thing. I said, that's my thing. And that was his thing. I said, so we just flowed on that. He said,
This girl lies so much. She can't even keep up with the lie that they planned in the text messages in advance. Like, she can't keep up with her own lies. When you plan a lie, or if you want to protect your privacy, baby, write it down, record it, do something, so that when you say you're talking to the person you planned the lie with, and you're still stuttering and stammering and trying to get yourself together. Like, come on, girl. I don't give a damn how y'all met, but I do know one of the story, was it Jason's Deli inside of the gas station? I really don't give a damn. All I know is you get on my nerves. I do know that. You get on my nerves, you get on the people's nerves. You're just not a great person at all. And you got funny looking bottom, your bottom of your teeth look funny. I didn't mean to say it, but it came out.
So you never sucked his.
No, what?
I started cracking up because me and Clarence was talking. I said, right. I said, she's so bold. She probably gonna ask me if I ever sucked his. And he said, probably. I was like, oh my God. I just said to you, me and him had no sexual interaction. I said, so sucking the would be part of that. I said, and no, I've never sucked his.
She said that.
She was like, well, you're not going to ask out. Yes. I was like, girl. Wow. I was like, no. I said, no, never sucked his. I said, but when you think Shirley have a problem with our friendship, I said, if I was fat and busted looking, this wouldn't be a topic, would it? I said, would it? She was like, well, yeah. I said, no, it wouldn't. If I was fat and busted looking, it wouldn't be a conversation. I said, but because I'm decent looking or nice looking, it's all
decent looking or nice looking. Come on now, you got to, this your problem, your self-esteem. I don't give a damn if my eyes are cocked and my teeth are missing. If you love yourself, you better put yourself up as high as you can put yourself and place yourself. I know. Everybody's like, well, no. All this shit she talks, and you're just giving yourself decent looking or nice looking. The only thing you are comfortable with is saying that you're not fat. You need to be. You need to be fat at this point in time, Miss Ma'am. Because it looks like you're looking like you need something more. Add it on. Yes, you do. And I come from a family of petite people, small folks. Hell, my daughter is about a good 90 pounds, soaking wet, 24 years old. But baby, she don't look like she didn't eat. You need to get some more calories and some nutrition, and you need to wake up fat. Yeah, that's what you need to do, baby, because you looking like you're looking. And is
automatically from section. Well, we had the phone call. I said, y'all heard 2 out of 460 phone calls. I said, here's the reason why. They only want to throw out something that sounds like that. I was like, he bored. Yeah, he flirted. So what? It is what it is. That's what nothing else came up with the conversation.
I said that on the phone to her. She didn't want to hear it.
Right. I was like, nothing came out of it. I said, and he's already eating jail, so.
Yeah.
He didn't have a reminiscent sexual conversation. So where would you assume that, it was of that?
You have 1 minute remaining.
When they go out, call me back in 30 minutes. I'll be in the hotel. But, or 20 minutes.
Okay.
He said, you and the blogger is having beef. I said, I'm not having no beef with no blogger. I said, I'm not giving likes to nobody's page. How about that? We're not giving no likes.
Girl, life. The bloggers gave you life, baby. And now I believe they would like to give you some afterlife. Meaning, like, please, let's put you back. Let's lock you back up. Because after unlocking your character, baby, and when I say afterlife, I mean not in this time, okay? Not in this time. Put her away. Send her somewhere else, all right? Of all of the character unlocks that I have been part of on the YouTube streets in all sectors, this one right here, Nilka, is a bit much, okay? My. Hey, Cheapo baby. This one's right. This is a bit much. Put her back. Please. Put her back. We don't want it. We don't want it. No more. All right. Thank you.
No interviews. Because I don't need them trying to report back and say, you see how they were talking about me on Tasha K? No. I was like, I don't have no problem with nobody. I'm not giving nobody no life. Nope. I'm not giving nobody reason to start and try to get paid. Nope. We're not. I have no problem with nobody. Nope. I'm good. Nip that right in the bud. We're not doing that.
Damn. She said she thought you was slow. She thought you was Wow. And she still don't believe your age. I know she don't think of your age. I know she don't.
I'm ready now for the Uber. Should you send it here to it, or should I walk back to the office? Hold on, I'm trying to get a car from.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
You got your interview with Tasha K.
I still don't know who them folks are. They big girl, fat girl.
No, she's an average woman, average size woman. You know, I wouldn't say she's big. She got a size maybe 8 or 10 in clothes, I think.
Okay, she tried to get smart.
Come on now, Nessa. She trying to get smart. You sound like a bitch. Excuse my language. You're real. You got some feminine ways about you. She tried to get smart. Boy, shut your ass up. Hey, listen. Let's go on down to another still shot down there at the Tisha K interview. Do you all feel like Sonya was given a look? Give me a second. Tasha K, honey, please don't strike the channel. I don't have the audio on, baby. Girl, this not even worth your time to strike me. All right, baby. I'm trying to be messy on this Saturday. I'm gonna pray after I'm finished, honey. Where's this here? Okay, let me see what y'all can see. Let me bump this up. Was Sonya giving a look? Did we like Sonya's outfit down there at the Tisha K interview? Tasha K had so much respect for Sonya that the title of the interview, Explosive, Steve Harvey's co-host, Shirley Strawberry's husband's, Ernesto's alleged mistress. Girl, I'm starting. Girl, fuck it. I didn't toe up the people's title. She didn't even use your name, baby. No, she didn't use your name. Did we like the Carl black and white font outfit? We didn't like that. We got the thighs out, the boots on. We got the bag underneath with the phone recording underneath the chair with the synthetic ponytail. We don't like that. Y'all don't know? Let me widescreen my StreamYard to see what I see. Hold on. Let me get into it. We didn't like the look. Let's see something really quick. She had her little clutch, her makeup bag underneath, labeled stuff. Okay, she had her crossbody purse on as well. All right, we didn't like it. We didn't like the long curly ponytail. Let's see what else we can. Let me see. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Now, if I can be honest, because one thing I will do is be honest. Did she look nice in the face? I thought she did. I thought she looked decent in the face for sure. She does a little too much verbally, right? She does a little too much verbally. But this was around the time when Sonya still looked like she was halfway decent, right? It's not given what it's given now, okay? So, the comments, though, when you get into the comments of the Tasha K, the Tisha K interview, people do give her props that she looks young. But we'll get back into that later on. You know, she thrives off of things like that. But let's get back into the phone call. Let me share I'm sorry, y'all. Okay.
trying to get Jen, but she's from the hood, so I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
She put some funky spins on it, and I'm sitting here like, I know you was gonna be messy, but goddamn, for real. She gonna edit and cut and chop and all that stuff. I told her, I said, you can edit and chop and screw it all up, but don't touch anything regarding his case, because his case is out there. I only read from the warrant, you know. So this is just my opinion and my speculation. This has nothing to do with him. He can't talk. He has not talked to me about, you know, his defense, because he can't. You know, because, you know, they will twist it like they twist everything else thus far and lie on him. I said, so this is only my version, my opinion, which all our calls are recorded, you know, from the moment you've been arrested. So it's not like you can go and find where you said you know, if that's what it is, you could find it on the recording. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. Damn,
So he said it's seven. He said it's 7 interviews. So I said, when will this air? And he said it's 7 interviews in front of you. So when I sat down with her, she was like, this is the hottest thing on the internet right now. This is the biggest. And I was like, well, what makes it so big? Because I was trying to figure it out. She was like, you know, because Steve Harvey. I'm like, Steve don't have anything to do with this. Well, you know, Shirley, I said she works for him. They're not best friend buds, like cousins, like, you know, personal situations. He didn't hook him up with her. Like, that's her personal life. Just, you know, going through this. And then they have a business relationship. And they kiki at work, but that's that. You know, y'all just try to make a story, kind of tie it in to diminish him. And that's, again, crazy. That is all black bloggers just doing it. I mean, y'all trying to diminish this man's career. Now, I don't know, you know, if he does for the community or if he does anything where, you know,
I get it.
he just takes care of himself, you know. But when you mess with people, sometimes people take care of the community and they do things that help other people. And when you try to destroy them, you're destroying not just them, but everybody that they actually help. So so you don't want to.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
She said, y'all phone calls changed as of lately. I was like, no, you haven't. I said, they're the same. I said, from day one, we knew phone calls are being recorded and that they can be played in court, which is the public. I said, we talk like we always talk. We don't have. I said, we don't filter any conversation at all. We just talk because there's nothing to hide. We've never had an illegal conversation, period. And we're not talking about anything. Just like before he went away, they could have recorded those conversations. They weren't talking about anything. So I was like, no, we have the same conversations that we had before July. I said, July when the phone calls came out, I said, it's the same conversations that we had. If you look at the conversations before July and you look at after July, the phone calls are the same. Now, we may speak on the bloggers, you know, more because, you know, it's out and they're talking mess. But other than that, I said, that's the only difference is that we comment on what they're commenting about.
Right.
But what we talk about, you know, it's the same conversation.
Same conversation.
It's the same conversation.
Wow, I
How
can't
do you
believe
think he was feeling? So a suspected comment? Oh my God. I was like, what? I just said we never did anything. Why would I just blatantly just randomly sex him? I said I've seen this man 5 times in person. I was like, I met him at a property, started talking, you know, RV, you know, and then we started kicking it about, you know, past lives and everything we've been through type stuff, vibing. I was like, and I seen him one other time. I was hospitalized. I said, and I saw him one other time after that. And then 2 times in 22, then he got arrested. I said, so, I mean, I didn't see him like that. I said, but we did have everyday conversation. I said, we did talk. I said, I guess because we vibe, you know, so well. And she's like, I was like, girl, you can talk to somebody, be cool. Well, it sounds like love. I was like, oh, I do love them. I said, I could love you too. I'm like, that's this. You can love a person. I said, if you talk to a person and they're in your life, you can have love for them. I said, we say it all the time on the phone. We don't say we don't love each other. I said, but do we sit there and say we're in love and that, you know, we're going to be with me and all of this type? I said, we don't have those conversations. Those are conversations we don't have. I don't be sitting there like, well, you're going to leave her? Like, what's up? Like, you know, I was like, you won't hear none of that. I said, I'm always supportive. Whatever you want, whatever makes him happy, that's what I support.
Damn. Well, I sure appreciate it. Damn. You think she got what she's looking for? Or she thinks she didn't get it?
Listen, she's gonna edit it. She's gonna chop and screw it, and
it's just so foolish because I'm just copying and pasting comments from the interview in the chat. It's so funny because I don't believe Tasha K did edit the video, but it's a possibility that she didn't let the full interview air. I'm not sure. But now that the call is out, and I don't even know if Tasha K has time to participate in this foolishness anyway. But I wonder if Tasha K left anything out, not edit, but if she trimmed it or if she left some parts out. You know, like, did she trim some of the end? Or, you know what I'm saying? Those of us who edit videos, you know what I mean. Is there a full uncut video that she can throw out here just to crack this lady's face? I don't recall Sonya. I recall her giving a little bit of pushback with Tasha K, but it wasn't on no tough guy shit. Now, y'all can let me know. Did Sonya do most of the things that she's saying she did with Tasha during this interview? Or was it just a little bit of pushback? Or a little bit of like, now, hey, girl, you carrying. That's what I got from it. I didn't get no tough guy shit like she was trying to put Tasha K in her place. It never gave that at all. You know, it just never gave that. It just gave sass. And it gave a little bit of pushback, but you never put anybody in their place. There's a way to we've seen people go back and forth with Tasha K. We've seen that before. I didn't see that here. You know, TD Will, hey baby, welcome on in. Sunshine said a little pushback. She absolutely didn't. Hell no. Stacy, that first twin, said nope. Shirley's divorced family. Hell no, she lying. Shay B said, heck no. Join the moment. Welcome on in, baby. Wow. Oh, you guys are talking to one another. Sunshine says Sonya is lying per usual. She's delusional. Hey, let's talk about it. Said you're right. She wasn't even sassy to me. I got a little bit of sass from her extra. You know, she's a sassy person naturally anyway. Like, she talks real hard and rough. But I didn't get tough guy at all, or I didn't get she was trying to put her in her place. No. Salt and Pepper Tresses says absolutely not. Hey, let's talk about it. Says she's lying. Timmy who? Sonya did nothing like that. 80% CMOS. Nesto lies about cussing people out all the time too. He sure does. Okay. Sunshine says she did not give Tasha no smoke. They are both mental cases. That girl says telling the lies to the person she lied with. I can't stand this stupid, desperate lady. Now, let's go back to the call, you guys. I did put some, I'm sorry, she's only sassy when talking to Nesto. Is what Stacy, that first one, had said. Extra says she talked over Tasha a couple of times, but this replay to him is very delusional. Extra, very delusional. Naomi Grace, hello, baby, welcome on in. As if we are not going to hear the calls. Crazy. She figures that, you know, she says they don't play all of the calls. Well, now she's getting what she wants. Sometimes your mouth, your words, okay? Hey, we are what we speak, baby. And your wish, it's true now. It came true, baby. It's now in the light. All the calls are being played. Shirley's divorced these two. Oh, they're talking to one another. Sorry, Dimple. I ain't trying to be all in your business. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said, no, TK didn't edit this interview because it aired on the TK platform before she released it on YouTube. Sonya is lying. She's no match for TK. She and Nesto talked that chit chat to, she and Nesto talked that shit to each other, but no one else. Okay, so the full interview is out, and Sonya, baby, what had happened? Where's the tough guy act that you speak about here with Brother Nesto? Kimmy Who says Sonya is a wimp. Diddy's Baby Oils, hey, welcome on in. You know, I just come on here and I go live, Diddy's Baby Oil. I apologize. Reigns Victorious again. Hey, baby, I still ain't seen the interview. Can somebody do a fresh review of that, or are we not touching it because it's on the app or something that I heard? What I can do for you, baby, is because I don't know how Tasha K is when it comes to reacting to her content. Baby, I don't want a copyright strike. So what I will do is give you the link to the interview and you can get right into it, honey, because honey, I don't want no problems. You know what I mean? Playing Tasha K's interview. I don't know her rules when it comes to reacting to her content. Okay. So I did put the original link to that interview in the chat for you, baby. Tisha K was very patient with them. I thought she was patient as well, because we know how Tisha K can give it. I thought she was very, especially with Nesto. She was very patient with Nesto. Sonya is telling a lie. She had no smoke for Tasha. And two, who the F gonna check Tasha K anyway? Well, there are people that will check Tasha K, but Sonya was not one of them. Okay. There's people who go back and forth with Tasha K all the time, but Sonya was not one of them. You know what I mean? Sonya was not one of them at all. No, she was not. How did the two dumbbells think that this interview was going to help his case? I think that's why he was a little shocked when she mentioned that he was on speakerphone during the interview. Yep. So I did put the link. If you guys never seen the original interview with Sonya, with Tasha K, with Nesto calling in on his tough guy shit, there it is. Okay, you all. So let's get back into the phone call. Hey, Chanel, baby, welcome on in. Chanel says she normally strikes if you put content from behind her paywall on YouTube. Okay, well, just in case, because sometimes us ladies, we might be PMSing, baby. We might be hungry. I don't want to try it, just in case she might be in a bad mood. Sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I might decide to change how I'm feeling about things. So, baby, I'm not fucking around to find out. All right, because my channel is going through enough when it comes to me posting my shorts, okay? And YouTube keep accusing me of reusing content, and it's my damn content. So, hey, baby, I ain't trying to listen, baby. I don't want no smoke, all right? Tasha K didn't back down from him. He looked like a fool. I don't feel like she backed down from him. I feel like she just didn't really, she was just like, it is what it is. I feel like she let him rock on the phone. And I think at the end of the day, Tasha K just knew they both were lying. It's just so much you can do when somebody's just on the phone lying and not making any sense. Here I am sitting across from your side chick, your homie, lover, friend, or whatever she is, and you want to get on this phone and talk stupid to me like I'm not street smart, is what Tasha K was given. Like, okay, I'm going to just let you talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this, that, and the third, but I'm not going to give you my full rodeo. For what? It's a waste of time. Nigga, you in jail. Well, why would I even go there and give you that energy? Sonya, well... Texas Toy says Sonya won't even check her bank balance. This is the comments for me in the chat. Sonya is no match for Tasha K, and Nesto couldn't even get her name right. It's embarrassing, baby. For Always Forever for Life says, I will have to watch the interview because I haven't seen it. I stopped watching her channel after the Cardi B situation. Yeah, the interview is in the chat, baby. Hopefully you got the link. I did put it here in the chat. Nesto would have gotten better assistance with his bag of dills and does than what he got from this bag of y'all see what she said. You know, I be trying to be nice. Gabby Girl said this interview did him no good. TD Will said Tasha is not stupid by far. Not at all. Not at all. See, when you're street smart, you can only do but so much with somebody who's street smart, okay? You just got to let the people rock and roll when you know they're just outright lying. You're welcome, Reigns Victorious. Okay, Tasha K was sitting there in amazement. She'd never experienced something so dumb. Sanders are in. Welcome on in, baby. Damn, I'm late to the Saturday brunch. What are we drinking, ladies? I'm drinking Koya Elite. Koya Elite 32-gram protein drink. It's a vanilla flavor. It's not that good, but I drank, baby. I did drink it all. It ain't that good. It ain't that wonderful. Tasha K was making fun of his dumb behind. Tasha K was too stunned to speak. All right, so let's get back into the phone call, you guys, because this is a long phone call.
Do like they all do with everything else, just like how the blogs talk all of this craziness. The stuff you heard when she was reading off, and I'm sitting here like, who said that? And then this blog said this. I'm like, and I was thinking she wasn't reading it. She was just saying it out of her head. Just whatever messy thing she could say out of her head, she was just saying it. Right. And then the Shade Room said this. I was like, I didn't know Shade Room reported the story. And the Shade Room said this, and then this one, I'm like, oh, wow. Well, okay then, but, you know.
Maybe
I feel like.
Maybe they didn't say certain things. She just made some of that shit up to see what you was going to say.
That's what I'm thinking, because I didn't hear it. But then again, too, I can.
Now, what Tasha K did do was after this interview, she pulled together Real Talk Bougie. She pulled together Nyla, Grown Woman Vibes. She pulled together Sylvia and even had phone calls from prison come on for 10 minutes on the after party to tell Tasha everything that was going on, documents, paperwork. Your best friend, Sylvia, your sister wife, was on there, called you a big liar. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, honey child. And they read those documents, okay? So Tasha K did pull in the main people reporting on this story with the facts, with the paperwork. And they all got into some things, okay? Yes, they did. So everything you're saying here doesn't even matter because she did come out here and got down to the bottom of some things, okay? Now let's get back into the call.
It can be either or because I've only been on a handful of people's pages, like in the beginning, and then I just like now I just don't really listen to it at all because it's so silly to me, and it's like the things the stretch in the lies is just such a reach, you know. So I don't have to listen to it, so it's like no need. But I kind of do need to listen to it for lawsuit purposes, you know.
That's why she asked you, did I know what you was doing?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
What lawsuit? What lawsuit purposes? Why didn't you get it started yet? It is 2025. When are you filing your lawsuit, Miss Ma'am? Lawsuit about what? Well, the only person I know that got some paperwork was your ass down there at the courthouse being served a subpoena. So what lawsuit do you speak of? Huh? Or are you waiting for everything, you know? Are you waiting for him to go to trial? I don't know if he's going to go to trial or not, baby. I don't know if he's going to plead innocent or if he's going to, you know, say he's, you know, not guilty or guilty, baby. What? When? What is it going to be for? When is this going to happen, ma'am? Okay. Miss Lady, hey, baby, welcome on in. How are you? Bingo, bingo. Hello, bingo, bingo. Welcome on in. All right, let's continue.
Exactly what I'm doing.
Do you think that was worth it?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right now, you just don't know. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna, you know, make it some ratchet version of whatever it could be, you know. But she tried to do that at the end and say, well, it sounds like you two were involved in a criminal enterprise. And I was like, oh, for real? I mean, like, how do you get that? Because that right there is beyond a reach. Like, how do you get that? Because they said on the news that it was a credit repair business. I'm trying to figure out what was the name of the business, what's the business card, what's the tag, what's the setup, like what was all of that? No one came forward to say anything about a credit repair as they sat on the TV and asked. I was like, so that was a flop. I said, and then there are no charges. So I'm confused why why would you run this whole story like, there's something going on when nothing surfaced. But again, I said it was a reach. I feel like the detective took his phone because he had, you said you had to get 2 numbers off your phone. They left your phone open and they probably,
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go over to the after show. This was the after show, the Steve Harvey's co-host Shirley Strawberry's husband's charges and mistress review. Still not using your name, Sonia. Still not using your name. So let me share this tab instead. Give me a second. And let me widescreen this. Let me hold on, you guys. All right, so here, honey, and the ladies looked absolutely stunning and amazing, honey. We have Fran on the screen, Nyla on the screen, and Sylvia on the screen. All 4, but we're talking about the main ones that were reporting on the story on the screen. Sylvia had her face on. She was looking good. Nyla was looking good. Fran was looking good. They all came together with Tasha K, and they got into some things, okay? Fran was locked and loaded and ready to go. Nyla was locked and loaded and ready to go. Sylvia, you were even locked and loaded and ready to go. The problem was this. Sylvia does not like to share the room. Sylvia does not like to share the room, and she did not like to share the space with Fran and Nyla. She wanted all of her attention and her one-on-one with Tasha K, and that's not what happened. So when she went to reading, when you are sharing a space, especially if it's a panel or if there's other guests on the screen, there are going to be back and forth that will occur, especially if you're reading shit that's crazy. You went on there and read the worst of the worst charges that we don't even really discuss on this channel on Tasha K's interview. Yet they have some type of alliance with you. When you are the one that come on now, you did just as much as everybody else. You did just as much as everybody else. Okay. And I want to get to the part. I got to find it. I want to see let me look at the transcript, and then I'm going to go back to the phone call, and then I'm going to go to the transcript so I can play the exact part when after this interview, exactly what Sylvia had to say about Sonia based off of her documents. We're talking about paperwork now. We're not talking about based off of Sonia's character we're talking about based off of the paperwork from the courthouse. Okay, so let's get back into the phone call. I know I'm hopping all over the place. I'm sorry. Shout out to anybody that just came into the chat. Hello. If you're new in the chat, hey, baby, welcome on in. Okay, so let's get back into the phone call, you guys. Let me share the other tab instead. Bear with me. I know I'm hopping all over the place, so I do apologize if I'm confusing anybody. But we have to do that with this type of phone call.
I said, and they went through the phone, and they looked for any negative text message, and they got the calling. Ooh, well, okay, so this one says, where my motherfucking money at? Let me call her. And he turned this into a crime. I say, because on the timeline.
So, Sonia, if they went back and seen the text messages of these women saying, nigga, where's my money? I know you say it's civil. That means he took their money, ma'am. So everything that you said before this, it doesn't matter. You're sitting here admitting that they probably went through his phone, seeing the text messages of these women asking him, where is my money? Like you just, baby, come on. Just a small crack in your head, just a small crack, a little small piece of your brain, just a little piece. And I'm going to take it down there to Pitt, the University of Pittsburgh, and have the babies down there just investigate, do a little research, see what's going on with you, baby, so you can get the proper prescription. Because something's wrong with you.
Of everything. I said, he came up missing. No one knew where he was except for, his wife knew a day or the same day. Because you heard her on the telephone say she got the call, but she didn't know who it was, so she didn't answer it. So I said, I'm thinking jail, dead, or hospital, because that's how my mind works. And the girl, from the warrant, I said, she's thinking, oh, this motherfucker don't want to pick up the phone. He gonna just ghost me. That's what her mind was. I think she went straight to the wife's page and typed all that, you need to call me so I could tell you about your husband. I said she went straight there with it.
Oh, you told him that?
Yeah. I said she went straight to, it was on the page. It's on the page for everybody to see. I was like, so she went straight messy. And then the detective got hold of her, and then she's trying to say, oh, he did, I gave him money for this, and he bought that. Okay, that's civil. And I gave him this, and he bought that. That's civil. And then, too, I said, it happened in December. She didn't file charges till August, till after he came up missing. I said, so if it was a crime, she should have filed the charges in January when she got the bill. If it was a problem, she should have filed it when she got the bill.
Exactly.
She could have had a couple conversations, and then if you don't want, okay, you got until Tuesday, or, because I ain't paying this. And you won't wait. No one's going to wait 8 months if it's a crime. If you feel like that was a crime, you're not going to wait 8 months. You just waited because you didn't hear from him, and he got missing in July. And
well, see, the problem is he was mixing business with pleasure. And I'm not going to lie. I have said the same thing about my money, about my coin. I don't care if you dicking me down or not. You can get dick at the gas station. You can get dick at the grocery store. Where's my money? Okay, you're not going to keep, even if I let you come, if I'm dumb and I let you come over and still pound town me and spread me low, spread me wide, all of the things after we're finished. Okay, and where's my money? Okay, so I get all of that, where's my money? Understand that he was running game, making excuses, pretending he was out of town. And then when he would get back in town, he would come down and do a little bumping and grinding, a little thrusting and lusting. Yeah. Trying to buy time. The same thing some of us may do when I said some of us. Some of us may do when we're dodging the bill collectors, when we know we need to make a payment on something, when we're playing around with those grace periods. You know all about that, Sonia. You filed bankruptcy, baby. You know all about that. We know what it is when debt is on our ass and we're just like, fuck it, I can't take it no more. I'm filing bankruptcy. I just can't deal with this shit anymore. So come on now, Sonia. Stop it. Enough with the shit. Ooh, this lady makes me sick.
So you got mad and said, fuck it, I'm about to go and report this. And that's what you did.
So basically, she didn't believe you. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, it's not that. It's not. Okay, so she's only there for the mess. She's not really there. She's not there for the actual truth of anything. She's just there to get the views and the clicks and the likes. It's not an actual, real, investigative report. She's not an investigative reporter. She's not 2020 ID channel. She's not there for the truth. She's there for whatever she can get, flip it, and get some money off of it and spend it. Now, she would have more longevity in her career if she did that, though. If she got messy, but it's still, try to be truthful, then it would be, but after a while, people will be like, I'm not going on her show because she keeps doing it. I'm not going on her show because I'm not going on the show because of that. Right. And then she'll lose on that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you keep twisting and da-da-da-da-da. So everybody knows when you watch your show, it's not realistically the actual show because you're going to chop it up and make it look You're going to take this answer and put it with that question. And you're going to take that answer and put it with that question. You know, so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out.
And we were talking about the child piece, and she was like, that case. And I was like,
all right, so hold on, you guys. Let me see something. I'm trying to see if I'm at the point of, I'm trying to find this timestamp. Give me a second, y'all. Can y'all hear the audio from the interview? Let me know. I'm going to play a little more. Let me know if you can hear the audio. Oh, God, where am I at? All right, so y'all can't hear the audio. Okay, no audio. So give me a second. I'm going to have to, let me see here. How can I do this? So I want to share this tab instead. What can I put up in front of this? Let me find an overlay, because I'm trying to, hey now, let me protect my space. All right. Okay. All right. Let me know if you can hear it now.
Such a big lie in my life. I have never seen anything like it. I was outraged. I have never seen someone lie and she know we got the truth. She knows.
Francois,
You know?
what was your reaction?
First, I wasn't sure if she was recording you underneath her seat. I don't know if you guys caught that on the. Okay, she was recording.
She was. And I told her if she puts it out, we're gonna strike it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. That was number one. I've like from even your teaser, I thought something was wrong. I mean, she obviously knows everyone's listened. I think I don't know why they're trying to do damage control, because their reputations couldn't be any more horrible. But I feel like they're trying to do some sort of cleanup, but there's like, it's too sloppy. It's too messy. There's no cleanup. And, she definitely was lying and trying to, you know, change the narrative, fake news kind of thing. It's just confuse people. Maybe she thought she was going to come to your bigger platform and, you know, mesmerize your bigger audience. And then, you know, kind of like how it just reminded me of the fake news campaign.
Yes. Infamous Sylvia, what were your thoughts, your initial reaction when you finished watching it?
I said, "Oh my God, this woman's such a liar." And I went and started pulling up my paperwork. You know, my paperwork.
Not the paperwork.
Absolutely.
Not the paperwork. Look, and that's what it's all about, because I don't have the paperwork. I just have the people.
Oh, I sent it.
They tell me to reach out. And I do that, okay? And I did it with Ariane, and I saw y'all cover Ariane Curry too. Y'all was like, hold up now, wait a minute. She ain't telling the whole truth. So yes. Infamous Sylvia, what were your thoughts, your initial reaction when you finished watching it?
I said, "Oh my God, this woman's such a liar." And I went and started pulling up my paperwork. You know, my paperwork.
Not the paperwork.
Absolutely.
Not the paperwork. Look, and that's what it's all about, because I don't have the paperwork. I just have the people.
Oh, I sent it.
They tell me to reach out.
Yes.
Infamous Sylvia, what were your thoughts, your initial reaction when you finished watching it?
I said, "Oh my God, this woman's such a liar." And I went and
oh my God, this woman is such a liar. That's what you said, Sylvia. Oh my God, this woman is such a liar. And I started to pull up my paperwork. Yeah, that's what you said. And you still feel the same way, because you're basing this off of your paperwork. And since you're always down there at the courthouse, you like to say you're not messy, and you go based off of the paperwork. You called her a big liar based off of the paperwork. Okay, but what happened was, towards the end, Okay, towards the end, we find out that when Sylvia got into Sonya telling her story on Tasha K about being shot, Sylvia, her antennas went up and made the decision that Sonya needs a friend. And she decided to make an escape because she no longer wanted to share the space with everybody else who was performing better than her. Because instead of Sylvia competing with herself, she was competing with the others. And that's where she fucked up at. All right. So let's get back to the phone call. Tasha K, baby, honey, I just had to prove a point. Please don't. Okay, baby. Listen. All right. This is a smaller channel. All right. Let's go back to the phone call now. I just had to get that. Girl, I know. Where are we at? Are we just in call number 2? Lord Jesus. We're going to be here all damn day.
So, you know, I had a computer 2 years, I said. You know, with digital imagery and all of that, it has been, you know, super advanced in, let's say, the last 10 years, we'll say. Anything you downloaded in the last 10 years is going to be crispy clear and just, you know, and any year going closer is just going to be nice. I said, so to say there's 34 images, this is what the warrant reads. There's 34 images, but only 4 can be seen. And because she said bestiology. I said, what? Who said that? He got charged with, remember she was reading the charges to you? Talking about possession of a firearm and you doing 22 months on the firearm charge. I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't hear that.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. Whose charges are those? Like, you getting the wrong. You know how many Ernest Williams are in jail? I said, and that one is 27 years old. What are you talking about? Y'all mixing his charges with his charges. He doesn't have any violent charges at all.
Wow.
I was like, no. Mm-mm. I was like, it's been over a year with no indictment. You go to court, there's no evidence. And they just rat it out. I said, and that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. Fannie need to pay more attention to her staff in the files. And they're overwhelmed, overworked, and not paying attention. And that's the problem, because I've worked in law firms that don't have half or a quarter of the caseload as Fulton County. And you can imagine what slips through in a regular law firm. So you can imagine what's going through and getting missed and this and that with that.
She let you take a picture with her?
I didn't even think to do that. I should have. I thought about it after the fact. I should have did like a short video, you know. Tasha K interview coming soon.
Oh, that was it?
No, I said I should have, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. That's right. You got recorded it, don't you?
Oh. No, I recorded a little of it, but then the phone got hot, and I had to turn the phone off because it was on my leg, and for some reason it got hot.
Okay.
But I was out of storage too. I gotta get rid of. I gotta do.
You said whoa. You said you recorded a little bit of it, but you had to stop recording because the phone got hot because the phone was on your leg. Wait, hold on. Let me let you finish just in case I'm jumping to conclusions.
Delete everything else. I'm getting a new phone is what I'm gonna do. But I need to delete everything.
Oh shit, hold on. I don't know about that, but let me go find it. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me finish letting the call play.
Off the phone. All these old pictures. Just print the words that I want and delete all the other ones. Just clear it off.
Okay.
You know how Apple is.
They put you in a good room?
Yeah, it's a nice room with a beautiful view.
Oh,
okay. A nice view. I'm looking at the city. I'm looking at the city.
Okay, that's good then. That's cool then. That's all right then. All right. They ain't shabby you out. You know, some people just shabby you out.
No, actually, everywhere I go, they put me in a black car. So.
What?
Yep, everywhere I go, they put me in a black car. I walked to the restaurant that I went because it was right around the corner, and then they picked me up from the restaurant and took me back to the hotel. And then he wanted to know what time do I want to go to the airport so he could pick me up. They could pick me up from the airport, the Uber. But they do Uber black card. You don't do the, regular one. They do the top of the line one.
They see they getting that check.
So accommodations are quite nice.
They getting that check then. They getting that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So they did a video.
You just lie about anything. The phone was on the floor. The phone was on the floor, ma'am. It never was on your leg. You're just telling him that your phone was running hot, but Tasha K told you that you can't do anything with that recording that was on that phone while it was on the floor. So, ma'am, you told another lie again. And let me go ahead and share that tab. Let me widescreen share this tab instead. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. The phone was underneath her chair with her makeup bag. It was not on her leg. I don't know if you guys can see it here or not, but that's where the actual phone was. Let me see if I can get a better still shot of the phone, because you can actually see the phone underneath her chair. Let me see. There it is. Can you all see the phone and the red button of her recording down there underneath her chair? Y'all let me know if you can see it. It's right there under her chair. It's right in the corner. Let me see if I take my mouse and go. I'm going to take my mouse. It's right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving or not. Right down there. Why lie to the man? Just tell him I tried to record it, but she told me, you know, for legal reasons that I cannot use the recording. Why lie? You done made up a whole lie about the phone and got hot to the point where you said you had to go down to the Apple store and get a new phone. Girl, come on now. What a mess.
The whole time y'all were talking?
Yeah. You did too. You on the video. I mean, you're on the interview.
No, I'm talking about with y'all in person.
Oh, it's a visual. Yeah, it's a visual.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think she kept to talk about him. And I'm like, girl, just let that relationship die.
Yeah.
Let go. Talk about somebody else, because not many people really. You got people that do care, but not really care. I guess I don't know.
You told her that?
So I just told her that. I'm just saying aloud, like, just let it go.
Okay.
Let that go. You know, there's plenty of people with plenty of other stories to talk about.
So basically, she just in her head. I'm just fucked up. That was.
Again, I don't think anything she said was personal opinion. I think everything she did on the interview was for the interview, for the show of the interview. I can't say that, you know, because in the beginning, before, you know, they recorded and everything, you know, she was, you know, laid back, cool, whatever. And she'd get you all comfortable. Then she could get you third quarter. She'd be like, she'd jump and just throw the dagger at you, like, so really, you just there like, where the fuck did that come in at? You were so nice earlier, you know? So I don't watch her show, so I don't know. And it's like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, oh my God, really? You seriously said that out your mouth? This is a whole criminal enterprise. Okay, first of all, how does your mind work? That sounds like a whole criminal enterprise. No, it does not even sound like that. Like, we're like, so what? So she was trying to say that you be out dicking down women for money. So if it's a criminal enterprise, where's my job? To wipe your ass when you show up at the office? Like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Okay, like, that don't even make no.
Let me say it now. I don't do no pimping, but I still ask for money.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to ask women for money. Wait, hold it now. Let me say it now. I don't do no pimping, but I still ask for money.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to ask women for money.
Hustling chicks for money. What would my job be? What am I doing? I'm the scout. I'm out at the club, like, with my old ass, you know, trying to find people. Apparently, no. Because
Oh, okay. Well,
I said, you look at, first of all, nobody came forward. The people that they have situations on are people that they dug out his phone. Who
makes me wonder. Hold on, I almost ended the live. makes me wonder, did you think about what role you can play with this man? Or was that your role? Did you all discuss your role down there at the clubhouse and what you can find out and get and gather for him? I mean, you're the one who said it. That was very odd that you just said that out just out of the blue. Well, what did they think my role was? To go down there to the club? Oh, okay. What? I guess. Speculation.
You know, was pissed because they couldn't find him. He's not answering the phone, so here comes the evil text. And then it's like, and I said there's 3 different situations. It's a chick that he's known for over 10 years that he didn't receive a dime for. The money went to a company, not to him. I said, and then he got.
Okay. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Welcome on in, baby. I did see the attention. I'm glad I caught it. What's up with the suspicious powder that prompted an evacuation in the office of Fonnie Willis at the Fulton County ATL? Well, baby, while we let this long call play, I'm going to go on ahead and see what had happened. All right. Thank you for letting us know what's going on out there. And I'm glad I caught your comment. Welcome on in, El Sid. Welcome in, baby. If I missed anyone, I do apologize. I am in 5011 screens trying to, I don't even know why I'm doing all of that. As a matter of fact, why am I sitting here trying to prove a point when we all know this lady is lying? I just closed out 6 screens just because of what I've just realized. Why am I wasting my time? We could have been done with this live, baby. All right, let's finish going through.
The chick that he met at Starbucks. Okay, you could say that was a push-up, but she rolled up in a raggedy car, and she didn't say she was some person that making $200,000 plus a year. She's a teacher, which what is that? $40,000? No. Miss Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am, the word raggedy should never fall out of your mouth because I want to know what's going on with the bottom row of your teeth. And I'm saying this as a person missing the side tooth. I'm going to get my shit together, though. I really am. What's going on with the bottom row of your teeth, Miss Ma'am? Are they dentures? And did you not? Is it just like a few dentures, like maybe 4 to 5? Is it a partial? And are all the rest of them missing from the front to the back? Are the sides missing? What's going on with your teeth that you didn't complete your project? Huh? You can't call nobody's car raggedy when your mouth is looking like that, Miss Ma'am. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. And I try not to even go there with you. I try to do real light. I like to keep it cute. But you can't call somebody's car raggedy when your mouth is looking the way you're looking. Now, if you're in the chat missing teeth, your teeth is rotten, you got missing side, if your teeth are yellow, baby, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people on the screen. I just sat here and said that I can definitely use some new teeth my goddamn self, but I'm not calling somebody's car raggedy. I'm calling her ass raggedy. Miss Ma'am, what's going on with the bottom row of your teeth, the bottom half? Why do you just have a few? Y'all say it's dentures or is it a partial? Why does it look like there's only like 4 to 5 there and the rest, there's nothing going on? It's missing. There's nothing else but just those few in the front. Is that a partial? I just would like to know. Huh? One thing about a car and a vehicle, regardless of what kind of car it is, baby, if it's getting you from point A to point B, let's not even do that. Let's not do it, Miss Ma'am. Come on now. And keep in mind, he stole her raggedy car. Did we already talk about that? See, this is why I don't like listening to this tramp.
Well, she's selling cosmetics. Right, and they didn't give her the cosmetic card, so she's not slinging cosmetics like that because she didn't get the pink Cadillac. So I'm like, what? Well, like, how? What the hell is that? I said she got no money or no credit because if she had credit, she'd have a nice car. Yeah. Just a Corolla. If she had credit, she'd have a nice car. And money, you don't have to, have a lot.
So where the fuck is your nice car at if you got the credit? Where is your nice car at? See, this is why I don't like listening to this lady. I'm going to do a poll in the chat if y'all are good with us ending right here. If not, we can continue. I know it's trifling. I know. Well, doll, everybody else did the whole call. Why you always want to bail out on the call early? Because she gets on my damn nerves. This is why. She gets on my nerves. This is why. Sometimes it's not worth the money. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. I can't believe there are people out here like this riding and dying for somebody. This is somebody else's husband. Edith been married to him since 1985. Since 1985, okay? Let Edith take care of all of this. You know, you all up in these people's business like this. Come on now. Oh, I just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, somebody tell El Cid the bad news. All right, so I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play. I gotta look into this powder being found down there for the evacuation.
I'm gonna get Corona. You know, it's a basic new reliable transportation as a child. I don't want to be out here, you know, stranded nowhere. Whenever you're a parent, you gotta have, you know, reliable transportation.
Well, then
especially when it's talk
about the shit too.
Okay, so that. Yeah. We talked about the shit, and I told her, I said, you know, it allegedly happened in January of 2019. One, he wasn't in town. Two, he didn't even know her. He met the girl 8 months later. So I don't know how that's going to pan out. That doesn't even make sense. I said, and then to say it happened again 2 years later, I said, who goes back around their rapists? I'm trying to figure that one out. Then she said, oh, they kept saying in court he's
For your information, dumbass, there are women who could be married with their husband. If you say no, you say no. If somebody takes something from you, if you do not give them permission and you say no, then it is rape. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with them, if he finds you in the alleyway, if you're married to them. If you say no, you say no. And if she made the decision to go back, who the fuck are we to question her? This is what happens when you are in a fucked up, abusive ass relationship. Everybody doesn't have the willpower, the strength to say, you know what? I'm done. That's just not how it works. Okay?
He's a threat. People are scared of him. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Scared of who? I'm like, it was what I told her too. I said, for the child P case, they gave him an $800,000 bond. I said, you know what the normal bond is? $20,000 to $40,000. I said, why would you give somebody with no sexual history, no violent history, no history but a robbery that happened 30 years ago when he was 20-something years old, 22 years old? Why would you give somebody an $800,000 bond on some old ass pictures that you know those videos was like 20 years old? And you knew there was no way that he could have known that shit was on that computer because he didn't have a computer 20. He's not the original owner of the computer. I said, because they're trying him. I said, his first attorney said it, that this case is something up with it. He said, there's something fishy about this case because he said, who did he piss off? Because they're at him for a reason. And none of this stuff is making sense. And none of these charges, like the fact that he had a theft by deception with no bond, it was like no bond. So you can always bring somebody back in if you got some other stuff you're trying to, accumulate or whatever. I said, and then the fact that all of these cases are out of Roswell, but none of the cities that these allegedly happened is in Roswell. So why is Roswell, a department that's known for crooked police policies and procedures and actions, investigating an Atlanta case, Alpharetta case, the South Fulton case, all of these cases, a Kentucky case, and Roswell is the police department that's investigating it all. I was like, because the jurisdiction is by where the crime happens, not where you live. So even if they want to say he lived in Roswell, you don't. You have to call that department and say, hey, this allegedly happened, on such and such street, and that's your jurisdiction. Can you mind? I'll send you over everything I have. Can y'all investigate it? And that's where it goes. They didn't even partner in with them. I said it was strictly just Roswell. It wasn't Roswell in Atlanta or Roswell in Alpharetta. I said no other police department is listed. It's all Roswell. And none of the addresses of all these took place in Roswell. I said, so all of it is foul. I said, all of it doesn't make sense. All of it look like some career, hype. That's all it is. And he's just a victim of what they're trying to do.
Okay. What she has to say about that? Is she going to cut that too?
Right. She's going to chop it all up, of course. Everything's going to be chopped and screwed.
We went to court and they said they didn't have no evidence.
Yep, I told her that too. I said, how is it we go to court a year later and they come to court with no evidence? Nothing. All they come in there with is a statement from the person, a one-sided story. A one-sided story with no evidence. I said, you got to have evidence to support the story. I can't just say he slapped me and I don't have nothing other than he slapped me. I don't have a bruise. I don't have a witness. I don't have a video. I don't have anything but he slapped me. And you have to have more than that.
So her mind, is their mind trying to figure out how did you get this, where you come from to get all this common sense information? That the whole 30 or 40 million people can't even see themselves.
Because they're not looking and they don't care. They don't care about the hype of the story. They don't specifically care about the story. They don't care. Only people that care are people involved. Other than that, no one gives a shit about that. Just like P. Diddy. No one's picking up, investigating what really went on or, any evidence for that. They don't care. No. They just looking at it. It's mental entertainment. Like all this other stuff is, ooh, look what they going through. He, whatever. That's all. No one seriously gives a shit.
Wow.
That's all it is to it. Nobody gives a shit. All people need to care is people that's involved. That's it. And that's with anything. You can understand the world we in. They don't give a shit.
So she has 7 more people in front of you. I wonder what them folks talking about.
Interviews that she went through. I mean, she talked to a lot of people. There was 2 chicks in the waiting area that was after me, and they looked like plastic surgery. Like their face was like they stayed at the doctor. Yeah, they were like over Botox in the lips and cheek injections. You know how people get their face done and you be looking at them like, oh my God. Like
black people?
You know they messed up. No, they look like they're Spanish.
Okay.
I'm looking like, wow, like how do you, but again, I could see something that she don't see. Like those girls would look in the mirror and be like, ooh, I love my face. But they look over.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Lips, their face, where they look unrecognizable.
Damn.
What kind of lightweight, the elephant man syndrome is what it kind of looks like. For real, that's what it looks like to me.
I've seen that before. I've seen that look before. What time you leaving tomorrow?
My plane leaves at 7.
Okay, you gotta get you some sleep. All right, I love you very much. Thank you again so very much. Thank you, because you didn't have to do that, but you did. So thank you. I love you very much.
I love you more.
Is she your missus, your side piece?
I know. I was like, he just checked her like, what did you say?
You know what I'm talking about, man.
Older ladies say friend, but you know what they mean. I was like, no, I don't say that because when I say.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
I didn't hear your last comment.
I don't know what I said. I'm old and forgetful what I say.
You said, I don't do that. I just didn't like that title. Side piece. I just didn't like none of that shit. I just damn.
That's what it is. That's it. There ain't no title.
Yeah, I just don't like that title. I know that part, but I'm saying I don't like that part when it comes.
It's the meaning.
Yeah, I don't like, and that's not you. It's not your.
It's the meaning and disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I tried to go off, but I had to catch myself a couple times because she was trying to get out of.
Pretty much what he's trying to say, Sonia, you ain't shit to him, not even a side piece. Like, fuck them and feed them beans. At the end of the day, that's no side piece of mine. Know the definition of a side piece is what he's basically trying to say to you, Sonia. Dicking you down has nothing to do with you earning the title as my side piece. I've been saying for a very long time, if you read the book, Side Chicks, Mistress, and Biscuits, she's definitely not that. She's definitely not a mistress. She's definitely not a side piece, but for the sake of her sleeping with a married man, it's just easy to put that title on her. So let's get into what this creature is talking about now. What is this, the last call? Yep, this is the last call.
But I'm good. I did feel free for about 20 minutes.
Okay. Right.
I did. Yeah, for about 20 minutes. Yeah, 'cause I think I got her mad. She got mad at me because I told her she can't think that far. She's not that smart. I did say that. That came out. I shouldn't have said that, but sorry.
No, but you told her on the other thing that she was oh wow, look at that picture of me.
Oh, I told her about that mess shit too. I know she gonna chop this. She gonna do whatever she gonna do.
They kept trying to say, so have you ever talked to Shirley? I'm like, no, and why would I? Like, that doesn't even sound right.
That don't make no sense.
Why would I talk to her? Like, we're not sister wives. Like and I'm not an employee of his, so when would I ever talk to her?
Wow.
You know, like that doesn't make sense that I would talk to her. I said, but I support, you know, his and respect his situation. That I do.
Well, now this throw me off. She talking about she never filed. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck.
Right. Okay, so I've seen it on television because Yandy did that, where they didn't file on Love and Hip Hop. She married the guy, but she had more money than him, so he thought they were married, but she never filed a marriage license. So because she never filed a marriage license, they weren't married, even though they had the thing and everything. You know, even though they did all that other stuff, they weren't legally married. You can have everything, but if you don't file it, it's not legal, which I thought the minister did. I don't know. Every state is different, but I don't know. But anyway. Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
So they're trying to say, what the bloggers are trying to say is, apparently one of them did some research and they can't find it anywhere.
That don't make no sense. That makes no sense. Because you got
it doesn't make any sense. I mean, what makes no sense to me is because it's been 10 years. And I get if she did that the very first, like in the, beginning of the relationship, but I think after 3 years in, she should have felt comfortable to say, okay, let me file it. If that's the case. I don't think anybody would keep the charade going 9 years to say that. Because, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. They checked. If they actually checked, which I'm sure because they know this shit, Fulton County, and they didn't find it unless it was filed somewhere else, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. It's possible only because, one, she hasn't filed divorce yet, and she just got the $5 million thing. So it's either she just said it out loud for the people, and she's not really going to file divorce, or y'all aren't really married. It's one of the two. Because she got that contract and she signed it, she got that new money. One would rush and get a divorce, if she's feeling the way she's saying she feels. So I don't know. You think, you didn't think you needed to, follow up and see if it was actually done. So you only know what you know. You only know what was told to you. And I've never researched it, so I don't know if it was actually filed or not.
But it ain't fact.
But I have seen it done in other situations where the guy actually thought that she filed it, because that was the thing. Mendeezy thought that they filed it, and she didn't. And he went to jail, and he was thinking that was his wife. You know what I'm saying? They had the ceremony and everything, televised it and everything.
Cold-blooded cold-blooded shit right there now.
Yeah, and it was all because she was talking about her money. She was trying to protect her money. So don't mislead him and lie and say y'all married, because what you're doing is you're trapping him one way and making him respect you as a wife. But on the other hand, you ain't trusting enough to marry him. But
so it's everybody else's fault, Sonya, but Nesto. Honey, it don't matter if Shirley filed or pulled the Yandy or not. This nigga was married to Edith since 1985 and is still married to Edith, I believe, on March 22nd, 2025, unless Edith finally did what she needed to do. But I do believe, doesn't she need his Johnny Hancock as well? You guys, y'all let me know. So, baby, I don't even know why are we even talking about any of this, Sonya? It doesn't matter what Shirley did. It doesn't matter. He was married since 1985. Okay. So, okay, whatever.
But you want to lie to him and keep him strung on and think he's married to you, so that he does treat you like a wife. But in actuality, that's not your wife. That's your boy. That's not your husband. That's your boyfriend. So I mean, I've seen it done, and I don't know if they advised her. You know her circle. I don't know. I can't speak on it. I don't know. You know them people better way. Like, them. I don't.
Yeah, I do. I mean, they keep everything intact, but I just don't. No.
I don't see y'all being married this long in her. If she did that, I don't see nobody holding out 9 years. I don't. Because you can file it at any time if that's the case. I don't know if it expires ever, and if it does expire, do you need him and me both to go back down there because he doesn't know? I'll have to really research that, because if there was an expiration, like, I think you have so long before you have to file it, and then you have to get a new one. And if you're under the impression that it's filed and it's not, and then she, and she got to come to you and say, oh, we need to get a new one, you'd be like, well, what do you mean we need a new one? Like, you would be like thinking you didn't file the first one. Why do I need a new one? So I don't know if that happened either, because that's a scenario.
She never said that. So she would say that. But I don't think she'll say it on the phone to you. I don't think she'll say it on the recorded line. I don't even believe none of that shit. I know she's handling her business. There's just a messy motherfucker I was talking to earlier. Because she said she...
No, somebody else said it. I did hear that somewhere else. Oh, I did. And they were talking about the fact that she didn't. Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy to me to listen to this woman talk about his business that he has going on with one of his wives at the time. Edith been married with him and to him since 1985. And she is the head bitch in charge when it comes to the, wives. It's insane if you ask me, but I digress.
Talking about the fact that she didn't file yet, and one people said because they're not really married. There's no marriage license on file for Fulton County. That's what they said. There's no certificate of marriage.
Let me tell you what, that's a lie. You got to have a marriage license before you married with a preacher, and the preacher got to sign it. So why they lying?
No. Yeah, but then they got to file it with the court to make it official. That's the thing. That's the part. Like the application for the marriage thing, yeah, but you still got to have it. Once you do the ceremony, he's got to sign. Y'all both sign it, and then somebody files it. So if it's never filed, they can say they applied, but they never got married. The courts don't know, unless it's filed with the courts. They just know you applied for the license and have the ability to have the ceremony. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got bigger 55. That's something you can worry about when you get out. That's just,
I can't worry about that shit. That shit petty shit. So right now, I got to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? If that what happens, shit, I ain't got no conversation, no rap for nothing. I just get on out and move on.
Mm-hmm. No, but you were good. You were good. I know. Okay, you say with his chest out.
What'd you say?
I said you were good.
I look good.
You didn't hesitate. You were good. You did not hesitate with your answers. Spot on.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you did good, man. Yeah, man, you did good. I was like, okay.
What you was on that smiling?
Oh, was this a mock Was this a mock style to see that how Nesto was going to handle the questions under pressure? What a loser.
I say he's saying it with his chest out is what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? You trying him, but you can't try him. She was like, you can't try him. He's street smart. You can't try him. No. And he already knew. He already knew this was, you know, what he's not caught off guard because we talked about it. So he already knew this was coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thinking on what I'm supposed to say, you know, and all what he's thinking the same, you know, for himself. Like if this, so when you get on the phone, like she said, will he talk to me? I said, I'm sure he'll talk to you. You just can't talk about his case. Yeah. Can't talk about his case. He can't talk about his case at all. I said, period. He can say he's innocent, and that's it. He can't talk anything past I'm innocent. That's all he can say.
That's all I can say.
I said, because he never got his version of anything, and they've been twisting shit. All these phone calls, they've been twisting it. So he definitely can't say shit.
But in her mind,
other than, I didn't do that shit.
Yeah, she said, yeah, they say you got some good, some negligee, and you think, you know, your people. I'm like, man, no folks don't.
Yeah, I said, girl, I don't even own negligee. What are you even talking about? I said, what phone call was that? Whose phone call was that?
Well, maybe you should go out and get you a little lingerie, baby, a little lace, a little satin, a little silk, because you're very aggressive. And I have some damn nerve. I'm very aggressive as well. When I speak, even when I'm talking to my children or just me in general, I sound a little rough as well. However, we ain't talking about me. We talking about her, okay? Baby, get your little lace. Honey, start with a lace front. Start with a lace front, okay? You mean to tell me you don't own something sexy and intimate? Huh? I sleep in shorts and a t-shirt. That's fine, but do you have something, baby? Do you not? You have at least a body stocking with the missing parts in the middle, baby? Do you have something sexy that you can put on to make yourself feel nice when you're finished cleansing your body? Do you have anything? Huh? God damn, you don't even have. Whew. Oh my God. And ladies, if you don't have a piece, you know, something intimate, a piece of lace, a piece of silk, a piece of satin, please get some, even if you don't put it on. All right. Even if you so what if you don't have a man, baby? It's not about him. Get you something sexy that you can put on and go to bed in. Even if it's a cute little, you know, a nice robe, a little nice silk robe, you know, and put your robe on with nothing underneath. Okay. Please treat yourself. Damn. Now, no wonder why you so, you know, girl.
Yeah.
I said, because I wear a t-shirt and shorts around the house. So I don't know what to say about that one.
Well, this should give you props. Oh, I'm talking about the way how you hit with your whole demeanor, disposition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she did?
No. Say that again. I'm watching something.
The moment I look over in the comments, Dimples, Wimples, go home, please. I will, baby, I'm going to pay for your Uber. Let me get you an Uber, baby doll. Okay. Please leave. please get out. Please just get out. Okay. get Dimples, Wimples, get out. Please. I will get you an Uber, baby. We will make sure we will pack you a to-go plate. You can take your drink with you, baby. I need you to leave. Okay. Get out of my house right now. Okay. Please. Baby, I will send you the black car from the Uber. I will make sure you leave out of here in style. Do you hear me? I will leave a nice tip. A nice tip. Okay? But I need you to get out. Just get out. Because I'm trying to do other things. I'm trying to search for things on these text messages. As I'm leaving from, you know, putting myself back on mute, I'm trying to go to another screen. And I look over and I said, no, ma'am. Not today. No, ma'am. No, not at all. No, she's not in a timeout, sunshine. No, she's not in a timeout. I'm getting her Uber. Okay. I'm getting her Uber. and she can watch the live from the Uber. I'm putting her out of the dollhouse for 10 minutes at least. I guess it is a timeout, but I want her to be comfortable. Okay. I can't. I cannot. And I won't. Like, I can't deal. I can't even find the comment anymore. Oh my God, Twyla, baby, I am so sorry. I've never hated someone I didn't know until Sonya. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, baby. A shimmy and a shake. Pull in a little closer. I smell masculine today, but it smells good, baby. It's unisex. It's unisex, honey. Yes, it is. Go ahead and inhale. All right. Let me put myself up here on the screen. Thank you so much for pouring into the channel, baby doll. Let me get me up here on the screen. Now, I'm pretty damn sure that some of you are in this chat being extremely messy. Do you need to go with Dimples Wimples in this Uber X? Black car, black truck. I'm sure, please, somebody be the snitch. Drop down in the comments and tell me, who are we sending in this Uber with Dimples Wimples? Because y'all know I've been taught it's a toggle game going on. I'm toggling between screens, okay? I'm in and out of screens. Do we need to send anyone with Dimples Wimples down there in the Uber? We're going to make sure she listen, Elsie, okay, Elsie. She was being messy as well, Twyla 310. Okay, so L said, y'all didn't hit her. Y'all didn't what? Extra, I do not be putting y'all out of here. Okay, I don't even have a place for y'all to go because I already know the chat is messy. But today, she got to go into the Uber. I'm sending her off nice. She's, you know what I mean? I'm going to make sure she's comfortable. Yeah. She said that lady is wearing a jock strap to be sexy. You know, how can we even continue after that? How can we continue after that? Did we miss anybody, Twyla, baby? Salty Buzzard. We got enough room. Okay, Salty Buzzard, L Sid, Extra AF. Okay, we got, all right. I think we got room for two more, for always, forever, for life says she didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing. Butterfly 23. Extra A, that she has been spicy. Kimmy, who? Twyla, well, wait a damn minute, Twyla. Now we got to still have some people left out. You know what? I canceled the Uber. Twyla trying to put everybody out. Girl, it's gonna be empty in here. You know we need. Come on now. We don't even got that. We don't have that many to-go plates. Oh my God, Reeps and Muffs, Mom. No. Somebody has to hold the black. Something has to hold the black. Oh my God, why am I now? Oh my God, I'm going to throw up because why am I now even? Oh my God. Reef, you got to go too. You know what? Just TB21, please. Just get a plane and get them all. Just get them, please. Get them out of here. Okay. Just please. Delta. They said Delta is the best. Okay. First class. We're going to make sure you are all in first class. I didn't even see Ms. Lorraine in here today. Twyla. Now you just putting out people I haven't even seen, but I wasn't paying attention to the chat because, you know, I'm back and forth in the screens. Let's get into this call because y'all are cutting up today. Everybody can stay. I'm just not looking in the chat anymore. I'm not looking in the chat anymore. I'm done. I'm listen, if I don't know about it, baby, I'm out of here. I'm done. Bye.
Credit. Did she give you credit for your presentation for yourself?
Oh, she said, I think, well, you did good. I said, yeah, you did that. And she was like, yeah. I was like, I was like, yeah, you just threw it out there. Like, she sits there and she's talking and then she's come out the left.
Yeah.
So this is fucking. I was like, what? I was like, okay, so I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to ask that I fuck him. I knew you was going to ask because I just heard about you. I just knew you was going to ask, okay, well, did you suck your the wow factor, right? Just throw it out there. I was like,
I'm confused. Are they repeating the same thing that they already spoke about on call number 1 and call number 2? Because I feel like we've already heard all of this. Or why do they keep talking about the same thing over and over again? She's so impressed with the question of Tasha K asking her if she ate some of his sausage or not. She keeps repeating that. She keeps bringing up Shirley. Like, didn't you already say this in call number 1? Why do you keep talking about the same exact thing over and over and over again? Child, damn.
No, I was like, no. I told you we don't have them. Like, I seen them 5 times, and this conversation. That's it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I said I've been sick 2 months after I met him. I've been sick ever since. I said, so
who gives a
you're not
shit?
jumping off when somebody's sick.
We don't care.
I said I don't have the ability. I'm trying to get out there, but I'm not. So I was like, yeah, well, I'm on a dating site. Oh, you date? Okay, sure do. Yeah. Oh, they're not going to play those calls. I said, they're not going to play those calls. They're not going to play the calls with me. I'm talking about me going out on dates and, the date, what happened, and da-da-da-da. I was like, they're not going to play those calls because it's not juicy. They're only going to play what they can find that can be construed messy or is messy. I was like, and that was back in September when you had those 2 little, conversations. I said, that was when he first got locked up. And I like August, September. I was like, that's when I said, y'all haven't heard any conversation since. Nothing. I was like, so what does that say? If it was something there, we'd be booing and babying and
girl, you be lying. Girl, you be lying. We've heard other naughty, nasty talk. Yes, we have. Like, come on, girl. Remember? And not only that, we even heard his reaction when you sent him them little funky pictures down there to the legal mail. He was very impressed with those pictures. Miss you, Daddy. When you sent you know what I mean? Come on now, sister girl. We didn't heard it all. It wasn't just those 2 calls. You spoke a little too soon, sis. And we don't know what Shay got up her sleeve because she keeps dropping the calls, the blast from the past calls. Oh.
Got on it. All of that type of shit. I was like, no. But it sounded like phone. No, it didn't actually. I was like, that's damn sure don't sound. But you know what phone sex is? That's not what phone sex is. That is not phone sex. I was like, and I said, you gotta think about it. The prosecutor's on the phone with us. They can play all of this in court. Like, come on now, who was talking like that on a phone conversation that everybody is granted to hear? This is before even the blogs. And it wouldn't have been a problem if the blogs got it and just played it. It's the messiness that they say about the calls that's the problem. It's not the fact that you...
Girl, it keeps the people going. We can't just listen to the calls and not say anything, Miss Ma'am. It's a train wreck. It's funny. Some of it is. And it's also like, goddamn, people are walking around like this. Girl, it's a good time. Yes, it is.
Play the calls because they're public phones. It's a public conversation because we know, to be paid in court. So it's a public conversation. I said, but to sit there and say, oh, did you hear that? So she's probably trying to heat up. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Damn.
So who was that? Who is she saying? Okay, you need to pick another story and get off this one.
Okay.
Damn, I'm so tired. I wish I would have caught up.
Well, okay. What's your next stop?
Yeah, no. I just need to find out when this one. When this one, when the, no. You gotta keep the
I got you. I understand.
What was Sonya's next stop after this? Is that when she went to Sylvia's house? Was that Sonya's next interview? Was it the Sylvia interview that she made her next stop? When's your next stop? Like she's famous. Child, somebody don't get this man and tell him what's really going on out here. Okay, Sylvia was the next stop. Okay, which didn't help her at all. All right.
Gotta keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get the page going. I said sure did. Yeah. I said because when they only put out certain things that make certain things a certain way, I said that's why everything. I forgot who this was. That's her.
Huh?
Okay. Is that? No, I was trying to clear my storage on my phone. That's what I was trying to do. Because
I know you are. I know you're tired.
Because I can have some stuff in my closet. What you eat today?
So was V. Lenore the first person as a YouTube content creator to interview Sonya, and then it was Sylvia? Well, no, we got Tasha K, and then it was V. Lenore, and then Sylvia. Is that how it went? Y'all let me know.
Well, I'm finna add some cookies, but I'm calming down now. I'm eating a soup now. It's 8 o'clock now. What is it, 9 o'clock?
What do you feel? Who?
I'm gonna eat a soup right now, and cause I ain't eaten in like 2 days, so it took us took something good, cleaned up good. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. So, say when is trial? Trial.
I said, girl, he hasn't even been indicted yet. When it's trial, we would love for that to happen.
Wow.
I said, but they haven't indicted him.
She don't even know what that means. She probably know what that means.
No, it's just on something different. They don't. It's not an investigative reporter. Let's say that.
No, I get it. It's all,
so it's all for
show.
Messy. It ain't right. It's not for truth. It's for mess.
Wow.
That's what it's about. It's for mess.
It's a mess. Yeah, it's a chance to clear your side up in the show. No, it ain't. It's for you to get more.
Okay, so the interview was in November for Tasha K. Sylvia did her interview with Sonya. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, you guys. We'll pull that up. So their interview was on January 11th, 2024. So that's when the interview, well, basically, I don't know if you want to call it an interview because Sonya did take over. So just in case, I know y'all don't like to go over there talking about she got roaches and stuff, honey. But if you didn't see that interview, here's the link right here for that. Hold on 1 second. And then let me get back to the call to find the other one. Let's just hit the play button and see what happens.
Credit repair. Only one of his cases talk about.
That's that Calvin guy, right?
Yeah, Calvin. And that's the only one that talks about credit repair. And I should put my phone on do not disturb. Yeah, and that was in 2020 of July. But again, that happened in to an auto precinct auto on her MasterCard. He purchased multiple vehicles at this location. Search warrant, fight for record procedure precinct.
About this relationship and things wasn't done right. So now she couldn't find him, and she contacted the wife, right? And
On Instagram.
On Instagram, because I did see the message where she contacted her. And so she felt that he kind of like disappeared on her, type of thing. Right.
So you're saying that this is the wrong video? This was not the interview? Because which interview are we referring to? If the date on this was, let me see. Let me stop sharing. If the date on this was January 11th, 2024, let's see when V. Lenore's interview was. V. Lenore, Sonia, give me a second. Sonia interview. Meet Sonia Waller, friend and advocate to Ernesto Williams. So let's see when hers was. Hold on a second here. So the V. Lenore interview was streamed on, here's the information. I'm going to put it here in the chat. V. Lenore's interview happened with Sonia on January 31st, 2024. Okay, so there's that. All right, so let's see it. Let's listen to a little bit of that audio because I'm messy. Hold on one second, guys. Bear with me.
I was here for a year. Then I moved back to Miami to open up a business.
Okay.
And then I moved back here because my lease was up and I was going to go somewhere else. But because his case was doing what it was doing, and I kept traveling back and forth from Florida here, I came here to kind of help with his case.
Okay, so let me understand this. So when you met him, you were living in Atlanta. And so you guys only met, how many times did you guys meet before he was actually arrested?
In person?
Period.
Somewhere around 5 times in person.
5 times in person.
In a year and a half span. After I met him, I was hospitalized 2 months after I met him.
Okay, so how many times before you were hospitalized did you get to meet him or see him?
Twice.
Twice. Okay. Okay. And then you went into the hospital, and you were in the hospital for how long?
30 something days.
Oh my goodness. Do you want to share a little bit about why you were even in the hospital?
It stemmed from me getting shot back in 91. So I had some
from 91. So that happened in 1991, but
it was 30 years later. I had a blockage from scar tissue that developed over the years. And so it was Christmas Day 2020 that I got sick, but then I was hospitalized 2 days later.
Oh my goodness.
And then I was supposed to only be in the hospital for 3 to 5 days, is what I was told. And it ended up being a month and a couple of days. It messed up.
So you mentioned that in 1991 you were shot. You want to tell us just a little bit about that? I know on, and by the way, you guys may have seen her on Tasha K, Infamous Sylvia, who is actually a friend of this channel. I like to consider her to be one.
Are V. Lenore and Sylvia still friends, you guys? Lord Jesus, Sylvia, you didn't fell out with everybody. God damn. Listen. Oh my God. This shit hits so different. listening to it right now. It hits different listening to it right now that this lady just she just runs around lying like this. It's disturbing, you know. Let's do we want to listen to some more, or do we want to wait, let me make sure, did I put the link to this interview in the chat? Let me make sure I did that. Okay, yes, I did. Or was that the one to Sylvia's? Let me see. Yes, I put it in here. Okay. Oh my God. Some said hell to the no. Some people said no. People said let's listen, please. Villanor needs to be a separate video. We should do a separate video, baby. I don't know, baby. I don't know Villanor personally. I don't want her striking my channel, honey, for going over there, reacting to that interview. No, I do not, baby. No, thank you. So I'll do about a few minutes and we're gonna go on and finish this call, okay? Buddy, I don't want nobody striking, and I don't want no strikes now, baby doll. No, I do not.
You've done some other interviews as well. Can you tell us just?
I did one other than that. It was just Sylvia, Tasha, and this one other Judge TV with the T. That's a small channel, I think.
Yep.
I don't really follow the channels that on YouTube. It's four that I have the biggest issues with because they always say the most nastiest things. But it's a lot of people that has done the story. I just don't go on and read it or follow it. Pretty much. Unless somebody tells me, then I'll go and look at something.
So tell us just briefly what happened in 1991.
Oh, broke up with a boyfriend, and then he came over about my history, my past, my shooting, business, what I'm doing.
Okay, so wait a second. Let's go back. You said the two charges was theft by deception, and that was exactly what again? Explain what that meant.
That was a guy saying that he walked in his business and offered something about homes for vets and credit repair, and which again, that warrant was
okay.
It was stating like they were strangers when they knew each other because they used to work together. So
okay,
it's very.
That's what that is.
That's all it is. Exactly.
Trying to make sure you get some out of me that's juicy for you. Yeah.
That's all it is.
And then if she did do when she filed, she's not gonna file up on that old name. She's gonna file up the other name. So I'm not stupid. So I know how that go too.
Yeah. Because that's what they're looking for.
Yes.
Okay. And all that other stuff is gone that way. Yeah. So
exactly. Thank you.
Right.
You got it now?
I never filed it in Fulton County anyway. I'd have filed that shit in some old, like, Hickville County.
Yeah.
Just so people stay out my business, I would have filed it somewhere differently, you know? So they have to find it on that county. You can't just Google it. You know, you have to specifically go to that county and look under their records to find it. Because you're only looking under Fulton and she filed in Cobb, you're not going to find it. And if she filed in Cobb, you're not going to find it. If she filed in whatever those other Franklin or whatever they got out there, you know, it's like you're not going to find it. And you're not going to find it. You have to look in the specific county that it was placed in. So I don't know. That's something, you know, you talk about once you get out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not thinking about that right now. That's the last thing. Like I said, I don't even want to talk about them folks like that. I got to stay focused on these 12 over here. These 12 over here that I got to see in front of me. Shit.
So that was good. You weren't negative. You was respectful. And then she tried to come at me like, I'm like, girl, I don't know that lady. I have nothing bad to say about it. Nothing. I don't know. I can't speak on how she moved and what her decisions are. I'm like, I can't. Well, you know, if you're married, I mean, I would feel a certain way. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? She might be cool as hell and not care, because that's what I took when you were talking to her about Erica, and she said, well, do you know the lady? And he was like, yeah, I know her. And she didn't say, well, how you know the bitch? And you know what I'm saying? She didn't go off into jealous mode, like, well, how do you know her? And why was that? Y'all had taken cases together. You get me? She did not even go into that. She just was like, well, okay. And she went to talk about something else. I was like, she don't sound bothered or jealous, so that's not her demeanor.
Exactly. And
she was just like, oh, okay, next. Right, that's what I got from it. But of course, I'm a positive, open-minded person on some things. So everybody else is going straight to the negative. Well, oh, see, no, she wasn't bothered or concerned, and she didn't know the woman or know of his or her, whatever relationship was.
Exactly.
So, and she still wasn't like, well, how do you know her? And what y'all be doing? And none of that. She didn't say none of that. So.
No, because I don't have no reason to lie. If you what you want to do, I'm gonna think. Here you go. It's up to you, like it or not.
It is what it is.
Wow, that's a lot I got to listen to when I get out on it. I really want to take me through all that bullshit. That's a lot out here on you. I don't give a fuck. Shit. You gotta come out here and make me sound like an old goddamn puppy dog or something. Yeah.
I mean, but that's all silly and miscellaneous shit. The real stuff is just get this shit off of you. Get this crime off of you.
Yeah.
That's all. You don't want to put that narrative out there. That's the thing. You got to be careful with people's freedom. You can't put certain narrative. And I get what she's. So you can spend anything but his court case. You can spend the blowjob thing, the sex. You can spend all of that. I don't care. That we don't give a shit about all that. Don't touch his freedom. Don't tamper with his criminal cases. Don't try to finesse it. Don't be saying shit just for the ratings. That's his life. That is a criminal case. Not saying it. I didn't say that. I'm gonna send Jason a text and tell him to forward it to her. Producer. I'm gonna just tell him, do not spin or edit anything regarding his criminal cases on conversation, because that is his freedom. And YouTube is, we already got to move the court hearing out of Fulton County. YouTube is all over though. That's the thing. Vegas, Chicago, New York, everybody from everywhere looks at YouTube. And Steve Harvey is syndicated. He's not only in Atlanta. So it's not like he's only known in Atlanta. This case is syndicated. So, but luckily black folks don't go to jury duty. So, I'm sure it's only white people going to be on there. So he's got to get a t-shirt with a Jewish star on it and be like, he's true. Jewish boy.
Okay. I'll let you get you some good rest, and I'll check on you tomorrow. I'm excited. Thank you.
I should be home by 10 o'clock because my plane leaves at 7, and he. I'll be home by 10. Just call me and I'm bored. My bed is so cold in Atlanta. My God, I think I was like, oh my God, I think I should stay in Florida for the summer. For the winter. But it's so cold here.
Is it?
Yeah. I was out waiting on the Uber and I was freezing. I was like, what the? Yes. It felt like Atlanta last week. That's what it felt like. I'm like, why is it cold? It was like 65 degrees. It was cold.
Dang.
It's cold. I don't know what's going on. It's just crazy.
You can literally make your full Thanksgiving meal and she will still be talking. You can leave this live since we started this live and your turkey is halfway fit. Do you hear me? And she's still yapping. She's still talking. She's still talking. Okay. Still talking.
But yeah, it's not agree.
She said she's gonna let you know when it go out, or they just gonna put it out there.
Her producers and stuff put it out. She got a team that works for her. She's just a team. She got a producer. It was like 4 people that I saw under her.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, she got a producer. She got the logistic guy, and that's the guy that I deal with over the phone. And then she had two other guys in the office that, one handles the money, the other one handles, oh God, he was just walking me out. I don't know what his job is, but yeah.
Okay.
He got a team, so.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you're saying they get a lot of views?
Yes. Let me check how many followers she has. Her glasses on my face. Okay. She blew up really once Cardi B sued her. Because that's when I heard about her. I didn't know who she was.
What?
Until that. Yeah. So she got, one day ago, she got 35,000. She was, I don't know what, she's at a call-in show. And she had 35,000 views on that. But let me see about her. She got 1.16 million subscribers.
Oh, yeah, she had that in.
Yeah, she do. She do. She got 1 million subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she did this story. They got 18,000. This one she got 75,000 views 3 days ago. And this one, that's me. Hey, only got 1,000 views. Oops, I'm trying. Okay, so this one she got 920,000 views. Talking about Will Smith. Okay, that's the interview she did with Will Smith, best friends. Talking about he was screwing what's the name. So she got 920,000 views on that one.
Damn.
What? Yep, that was 11 days ago. She gonna check. And on this one, that's somebody. A bitch. I'm not gonna mention her name. Trans wife exposes husband's double life. Trans wife? What the fuck? Why didn't you marry the man?
What? This shit crazy.
Oh my God! Yeah, listen, he did this thing 1 month ago, and he got 1 million views on that one. Cha-ching! TMZ did this one, 10,000 views, 5 hours. Okay, it said Diddy got new allegations. Damn, he got and abuse allegations. Diddy about to, oh my God. He about to, Diddy cries, tears. Okay, that's just somebody talking shit. I ain't gonna go by that. And he got 64,000. Tasha, this girl almost whipped Tasha K's ass. 6,000. That's somebody else's page. Tasha K cries about being broke after Cardi B. Again, she got 437,000 views on that one. Tasha K, her husband, going to the slammer if he doesn't, whatever. And that's 64,000 views. They said she cheated on her husband, Tasha K.
What?
Yeah, and I knew that before. But now she's been like, girl, I know you're not talking about infidelity with your shit. Yeah, I'm saying.
Man, I wish I would have known that shit. Boy, I wish I would have known that. They would have cut that out. They won't let me have that.
You're right. She was going to edit it out. All talk to her.
Excited to gossip, aren't you? See, that's why they be saying that you're a little loose in the wrist. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that. They would have probably cut that out. Boy, if you don't set your ass on down.
I'm going to the slammer if he doesn't. What? 54,000. She's finally getting her money from the lawsuit, Cardi B. Tasha K responds to losing appeal to Cardi B. She got 57,000 views on that. She gets some views. I mean, she got 1 million people that see her stuff. So.
Wow. Okay. Well. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, I think.
She nasty, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll call you tomorrow morning and make sure you're safe and the room clean and everything in it. You know, you OCD.
I think, I know I'm not really that bad, but yeah, it's clean. It's straight.
Okay. That's good. Okay. All right. And you get your food? You ate your food yet?
Yeah, I ate. I had a beef short rib ravioli from this Italian restaurant.
Sounds so
And hopefully, right, I know, right? He gonna feed you everything. Here you go.
I think I got about 2 more months. But they ain't gonna do what they gonna do to me this month, cause by the end of this month, what the day is? It's 9, 28, 20. They got 2 more days, so they indict me in between now and.
You have 1 minute remaining.
You better live to 90. I'll tell you that much.
Who?
You better live till you turn 90.
If that's the case, I appreciate it. Yeah, but they try
I'm
to
have
keep
to beat your ass. If you die before the end, don't play.
You know, you remind me of Dolly Parton.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Did you see her in that Dolly
Cause
Parton?
she's skinny with big boobs.
Yeah, but did you see her in that Dallas
Oh
Cowboy
my
suit? You gotta
God.
pull that up.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
You see that?
No, why? What she do? She look
Man, that
young.
lady like she about 30 years old in that thing. Standing on the stage with a Dallas Cowboy cheerleading suit on.
I gotta look at that. I'll look at it.
I love me some Dolly, honey, but she damn sure didn't look 30, Nesto.
She was like, man.
Yeah, what?
I'm that chick. I said she was like, ow, I'm that chick.
Yeah. Feisty little thing. Okay, well, I love you very much.
I love you too.
You have a good night. Hey, did the preacher man come with you?
No, he didn't. He had to be somewhere at 6.
Okay.
But he was playing the.
Thank you for using Global.
Who's the preacher man? Because, honey, I can't keep up with all of these. Who's the preacher man? Exactly. Miss Mad About Music said, dang, he's lusting over Miss Dolly. Anything with a hole or holes, he's going to lust after. Okay. If you got a hole, he is willing to lust after you. I guess he just doesn't like his women to be plump. So as long as you're not, plus size, he's willing to lust after you. Okay. Ms. Unique, welcome on in, baby. The Gold Experience. Hello. A Lady 747, welcome on in. Miss Buckeye 99. Hey, y'all. I know I missed a lot of people. I didn't get a chance. Pre-Pony Waller Williams. Hello, baby. I didn't get a chance to speak to everybody, and I do apologize. We were in and out of different screens because, baby, there was so much lying going on during this phone call. It was a bit much. Okay. So, God is for me, 1978. Welcome on in, baby. So that's all we have, honey. We have been on here long enough. What do you all think? All right. So we are going to hit the Fulton County Courthouse suspicious substance. One of the babies let us know in the chat there was some suspicious powder found down there at the Fulton County. I'm going to let that play. And then I will, then we're going to depart. Okay. Give me 1 second to get into that. I'm trying to get it up. Hold on, y'all. Let me share my screen. Bear with me. Where is it at? Is this it right here? No, this is it with the Fox News. No, powder found. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Shit, I'm going to probably bring up the wrong one. Yep, here it is. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm waiting for it to load. Oh, y'all can't see it. Give me a second. Why can't we see it? Okay. Oh, y'all can't hear it either. Damn it.
Fire rescues investigating a. Want to get to breaking news first at the Fulton County Courthouse. Atlanta Fire Rescue is investigating a suspicious package that was found at the Fulton County Courthouse earlier today. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor is there live with the latest. What have you found out, Angelique?
Well, good afternoon to you, Christine. Some very tense moments here at the Fulton County Courthouse. Lots of people very, very concerned. Their fire officials tell us they got this call just before 2 o'clock. At that time, they say a call came in that there was a suspicious white powdery substance that was found by a couple of employees who were apparently opening mail in the district attorney's office. We have learned that this happened on the third floor, which is the Fulton County District Attorney office. Once they opened that substance, some of those employees started complaining of headaches, and they were very much agitated. They called ambulances. The building was surrounded with fire trucks and ambulances. Lots of people coming out of the courthouse onto the streets trying to figure out exactly what was wrong. But Atlanta Fire tells us they had their hazmat team activated. They came in, tested the substance in just about 30 minutes, and here's what they found.
Just with it being a powder substance, and the people who opened it were complaining of initial signs and symptoms. So not knowing what it was, we go ahead and treat it as if it is something.
And that battalion chief told me that that substance turned out to be starch or salt. He says it was in fact non-hazardous, but those 4 employees are still down at Grady Hospital being observed and checked out. Reporting live from downtown, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Had to be very scary though when it all went down. Angelique,
Okay, so that's what's going on with the powder found down there at the Fulton County. If you would like to go and check this out on your own, let me put the link for this in the chat. All right, I have to work on the Aries song. I do apologize. I have been very, very busy, you guys, so please forgive me. I am very behind on the graphics, so I need to work on the Aries song. Do we have any birthday people in here today? Do we have any birthdays today? Let me know. And as soon as I end this live, I'm going to go right over to Canva to work on the Aries birthday song. All right, because again, it's been very busy for me. I got a lot going on, okay? Let me delete this video. Let me come back over here in the chat to see if we have any birthdays today. Drop your member Aries emojis. We did update the emoji for the Aries. So let me see what it looks like actually. Let me come over here to the YouTube to see what the Aries emoji is given, because I cannot see what it is looking like here in StreamYard. So bear with me, please, to come on over so I can see what that new emoji is given. All right. Happy birthday, Aries. Diddy's baby. Oh, I didn't notice that. 11:47. I don't see it. I don't see the oh, that's because I'm in the God damn it. Let me go look on my phone. That's because this is a black screen, so I can't see it at all. So this is a black screen. Oh, it looks good. That one looks really good. I like that. I like that one. Okay. I didn't realize it was going to show up that clear. Big in, what does it say? I think it says Big Aries Energy. Okay, so yeah, it blends it with the background. If you are in dark mode, you can't see the Aries screen. You do have to be in the light mode, baby. So I'm sorry if you can't see it. It's only because you're in dark mode. So you got to go to the white mode, the light mode, in order to see the Aries. I'm not changing it because I love it. Now, if I change it, maybe I can change it to a different color. And I don't know how I'm going to do that because I don't even remember. Did I do it on this computer? Maybe I did. But do we have any birthdays in here? Let me focus on that. Is there any birthday? I think the rest of our birthdays. The next birthday we have, I know in members, based off of what was filled out under my community posts, is the next March birthday I have is 326 for Tanya B. 327 Sassy Experience. 328 Reefs and Muffs Mom. Okay. So I don't see any more member birthdays from our member wall in a members only, where I give you guys your personalized happy birthday posts. But do we have any anyone here with a birthday coming up? Miss Mad About Music is 326 and 324. Okay. Mom is 324. All right. So we don't have any birthday girls up in here today. But if you are listening and it is your birthday, happy birthday to you, Sugar, and many more. It is a blessing to see your birthday. I hope you got everything that you wanted to get. I hope you plan to eat good, baby. Do not log those macros into MyFitnessPal. Girl, don't nobody give a damn about you being healthy on the day of your birthday. You could be healthy tomorrow. All right, baby. Enjoy your day. Mwah. And baby, I had fun. How about y'all? How y'all doing? Is everybody good, baby? We've been on here very long. You know I don't like long lives. Can we be honest? Can I confess I hate a long live? All right. So we've been here for almost 3 hours. You know it's time to go. I love y'all down. Thank you so much. If you are in the rose bushes, baby, please hit that like button. Honey, it helps us get into the algorithm. I appreciate y'all so much. I am so thankful for your support. Thank you for engaging with one another. I hope y'all wasn't in those in the comments down. I hope y'all wasn't in the chat tussling and arguing with one another. Okay. Shout out to Miss Boogie Down for blessing the channel. Shout out to Shay B for blessing the channel. Shout out to Honey B for blessing the channel. And shout out to Twyla 310 for blessing the channel. Thank you so much for pouring into the unfiltered doll, baby. And
shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.
What we do here is go back.